My penis's favorite Natalie Portman scene is in the Black
boy.
Swan. I mean, intellectually, I love the Black Swan too, but it's got that scene. Not even the scene with her and Mila Kunis, just the scene with her by herself. Which brings me to the next question: if you could recreate a real life version of any sex scene from any movie in real life, what would it be?
Oh my God,
Baby Boy,
Zoolander.
Baby Boy,
I mean,
Baby Boy,
the threesome from Zoolander. I lived it, Daddy.
Baby Boy.
It was an orgy in Zoolander.
It was.
Oh yes, the whole orgy. Yes.
I would like to actually live that in real life. Yes.
Yes, I had a feeling that was going to be the answer. Baby Boy, I vaguely remember.
Vin Rames.
Yeah.
Doing the frog, hopping around that house, going to order lemon heads after you done had sex with the dude's mama that he can hear right next door. Oh, that's the dream, brother.
I want to be Natalie Portman's fingers.
What's Natalie Portman's?
That's the most disturbing thing you've said.
Wow.
I want to be Natalie Portman's fingers.
What's Natalie Portman's best performance?
The things they have seen, the places that all right. This is weird for me. I don't have a script.
You guys drink?
What the fuck? He does have a script. This motherfucker has three. Okay. Anyway, we're direct. Today's episode will be brought to you by the good old folks at Patron today. So,
oh, nice.
Yes.
I went vodka. I went vodka soda.
Oh, I like that little yin and yang action going on there. So, Dave, do you know what to do with this salt I got here?
No, I don't.
All right. So, first and foremost, lick your hand right there.
Huh?
Lick your hand right there.
By the way, I just found out what we were drinking.
Yep.
Real time.
Of course. And what you're going to do is we're going to take this shot to start this thing off, and then we're just going to, after you take the shot, you come back for the salt, brother.
What I gotta do? I should have just put the salt on my finger and then licked my finger.
Because that's weird, and you're sitting next to a guy. All right, you ready to get started?
Wait. That I'll sip. I'll take it.
No, this is brother. We said when we did this segment, we're going to do it right. All right, now cheers me up here. What are we cheersing to, guys?
Oh God, you put me on the spot. I have no idea.
I like that. To nothing. To nothing. To the old days, right? I told you to do that last, you sick bastard.
No.
Welcome to the episode.
No. What's the sip now?
Huh?
What's the sip now?
Oh, I'm just going to pour you that and you can just sip that for the rest of the episode.
Do you not drink? Yo, boy, do you not drink tequila?
He doesn't drink to nothing.
I drink Coca-Cola, Red Bull, and coffee.
I just drink water and liquor. I like my balance.
Nice.
So
you guys will be doing body shots in no time.
He will. I won't.
Oh, did you have anything to drink before this?
Me? No.
So we're starting at the same time. I love this.
See, I had a milkshake an hour ago.
I tried to stop him 20 times, man. I said, you're going to be fucked up later on.
A coffee milkshake.
And then he's drinking Red Bull. You know Red Bull and liquor. You're making a baby tonight.
No, I'm not.
Okay. He has no idea. All right. 1, 3, 5, 7.
Oh, we're already started.
I know. Okay. I just want to say it one time. Can we pretend we're at the blue, since we're talking movies? Can we, I already know where I'm starting from. Fuck your questions. When did you realize what was really going on inside the Blue Oyster?
What does that mean?
Thank you. I don't.
Yeah. Police Academy.
What the fuck? You come out of the gates with
that? You remember police? That was the name of the bar, the Blue Oyster, where all the guys were in there dancing together.
Oh man, see, that's a deep cut.
Wow, I was the only one that knew that.
Yeah, I had no idea. I mean, I know Police Academy. Yes. But I didn't know Blue Oyster.
Yeah.
So I got something. I got a good icebreaker here.
We already at the Blue Oyster.
Yeah, Blue Oyster was a pretty terrible icebreaker, but still, it was a good attempt.
Go to your paper. Go to your paper.
Let me do it white. I mean,
right. There you go. There you go.
Would you rather know the date of your death or the cause of your death?
Wait, the date of my death or the what of my death?
Or the cause.
Oh, the cause of my death.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. I think cause. I don't want to know when it's gonna happen.
Speaking of that, the movie reference that is Final Destination. Remember, you used to get the DVD. At the end of the DVD, it would tell you when you're going to die.
Yeah. So I want the cause. I want to know because if I know it's anything other than cancer, I'm smoking without the guilt for the rest of my days.
I want the date.
I don't really care.
I want the date because I want to be able to either fuck some people up or fuck some people. I want the date.
I want to know when. I want to know what to avoid.
You can't avoid it.
You know the cause. You know what to avoid.
You've seen Final Destination too many times.
So you want to know the date?
The date. Fuck yeah. Before I got to check out, like take out a bunch of credit cards, do a bunch of weird shit. I'm out of here tomorrow. Fuck it.
Why do you choose the data or the car?
I wouldn't want to know. I think it would freak me out too much. Like I have a certain amount of time now to be on this earth. I couldn't do it. I think that it was too much pressure.
Yeah, unless it was like 7 minutes from now. Like, all right.
Right.
Yeah.
I need the date. Keep going. Good question, man.
I could fall down now and die.
That's why I keep smoking.
You don't want to, I got it.
Because
you're not worried about future you.
Choice now just to get hit by a car tomorrow.
That's why I keep fucking.
Okay.
How long have you been smoking?
Too long. I started when I was 18 and I told myself that I was going to quit by the time I hit 30. And then when I hit 30, I was like, I'll quit when I stop enjoying it. And I stopped enjoying it for the most part. The guilt over smoking outweighs the enjoyment from smoking as of like 5 years ago. And I still, at this point, I had to admit, these are something that I'm not choosing to do. I am choosing, but.
You remember that one morning you called me like a few months ago? You're like, man, I'm not smoking anymore. I'm like, what happened? He was like, I woke up feeling so different. See, your body shouldn't have to tell you when.
But then I stopped smoking for a morning and I felt a little bit better. I was like, okay,
I'm back.
It's not cancer. I had a little thing going on.
Back
I don't think you have much time left.
Yeah, me either. That's why we're doing the show now. So we can, when he's dead, I can just go back and rewatch the Infamy. I like it.
No joke that I've been scheduling our videos out on YouTube for like 2 years. Some of them are scheduled out, and as I'm scheduling them, I'm thinking like, there's like a good possibility that these will be like haunting my wife and child long after I'm gone.
I can see that happening. P.S. I love you. I can see that happening. I see that happening.
What was your worst date?
These are such random questions. Who cares? Who's going to care about this?
I do.
First of all, oh shit. I haven't been on a date in a really, really long time. I haven't had a girlfriend in 13 years.
Good. Nice.
So I haven't really had a date. I don't. This is a really hard question. I can't think of one right now.
Let me ask you a question. Do you not date because you're in the industry and you're always on the go, or is it just a personal choice?
No, it's a personal choice. I think once I reached a certain age, I'm like, I'm kind of happy with everything. Like, I'm just happy with like the way things are going.
We're frowned upon for that. When I say we, the single people or the people decide they want to be with themselves, there's no way you could be happy by yourselves. Try it.
I don't frown upon you.
No, I didn't say you. Whoa, guy. Not you. Jeez.
I just don't buy it.
What? Doesn't he look happy? Don't I look happy?
Yeah.
Okay. You
know what? I have tons of girlfriends. My best friend is actually my ex-girlfriend of 13 years ago.
Okay.
I have a goddaughter that I adore. I don't know. I mean, sure, is it fun to make out with someone every once in a while? Yeah, but
it's not
as I get older,
yes, it is.
It's not guaranteed with a girlfriend though.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Guaranteed,
right.
Yeah.
So
you're doing it right, I guess. Yeah, that's the new norm apparently.
Situationships.
Yeah, that was a lame question.
I tried to have like 3 weeks ago, I tried to go on a date. And I mean, I did go on the date. And I remember I parked at the restaurant. I was walking over. And I was walking over. I had this unbelievable sadness. Like, I don't want to do this. I don't enjoy this at all. And so I went away. It was fine. And we talked and everything. And that was it. I left.
I know for a fact what your worst date was. I won't get into any of the details. To cue your memory, I'll just say it ended with the girl jumping out of a vehicle.
Yeah.
Just leave it at that.
Yep.
She jumped out?
She jumped out of the vehicle.
Yep. Jumped out of it. Not because of me or anything like that. She was in the back seat. And you know what? Now I'm into the story. I'm not going to go all the way to, let's just say this. I was me and a girl were taking her friend home and she got upset with her girlfriend. And rather than wait for me to pull over for her to get out, they were arguing so much, she just jumped out the fucking car, me going 40 miles an hour.
Wow. Did she get hurt?
Yep. Yeah. I mean, she face planted, man. We tried to go back and get her. She was like, no. And then the next day she was at the hospital and they Baker acted her ass.
Wow.
That means the Baker act. I didn't know if that's the same thing of where he stays, but yeah. Crazy.
What'd you do yesterday? I have it written down right there. I want to know the little things.
Guy, you know what? I yesterday I really do much. I went to Vegas last weekend, so I'm still kind of recovering from that. So
where'd you stay?
Stayed at the Encore Hotel.
Nice.
It was actually like a rich buddy of ours took a group of us. It was someone's birthday, and everything was paid for, which is the way to do Vegas. Rich guy Vegas. So that was kind of fun. Oh God, and decadent.
Like that, man.
Yesterday, I just hung out doing laundry. I played, I'm going to pronounce it wrong. Ghosts of Tsushima. Is that the video game?
I know what you're talking about. I mean, I don't play it, but I know what he's talking about, yo.
Yeah.
That's a perfect segue into another completely normal question. Is there a game on your phone that you're addicted to?
I don't really play any games on my phone. I just I have a PlayStation, and I just do that.
He's a smart man because they make us use our phones for so much nowadays that the one thing I don't want to do, I'm already looking at it, checking it like it's the Bible or something in the morning. I don't want to be on it playing games. Now, people play enough game on those phones anyway.
I mean, back in the day, I used to love playing Snake.
Love Snake, Nokia 5132 or 5.
Yeah, absolutely.
Love that shit.
Loved it. And I was great at it.
Fuck yeah, trying to get your way out of a situation, like stuff that helped you in life. Back up against the corner. Like,
you're giving Snake a little too much credit.
Hey, that's what the girls do to me. Hey, see what I did there?
Take that into it. Okay, here we go. Say when you die, there's
I've not seen any of these questions. Me and you are seeing this for the first time.
Okay.
But when everybody dies, they're given a 12-foot by 12-foot space to exist on the earth for all of eternity, but they can't like mess with humans in any way or impact anything. They just have to exist there for the rest of time. What would your 12-foot by 12-foot space be?
I can just hear his frustration. These mics are so good. I can just hear, and I can hear his frustration in your questions.
It's just so
This is not what he signed up for, but I like it.
You know what? I'll probably just take a Vegas hotel room.
That's going to be torn down in 100 years max.
Doesn't matter. He's there.
No, I was like,
no.
I'm the same thing. Can
I get room service delivered?
Yeah, no. Can't.
I just have to. How do I? So I just sit there.
You're in that spot.
Yeah. I would pick a place with a view. I'd say a movie theater. Yeah, I know the movie theater is gonna be torn down eventually too, but at least.
Then would you have to? Would there be movies playing?
Yeah. I mean,
but not when it's torn down, though.
Well, after it's torn down, but that's future David's problem.
I think you need to explain to him what future David is.
I developed an alter ego called Future David, and I just kind of shovel all of my shit for him to deal with. So present David can always have the best time. Present David enjoys the cigarettes. Present David spends the last $5 in the account. These are problems for future David to deal with.
Okay.
See what I've been dealing with all these years?
Yeah.
Well,
this is real troubling.
It is.
Well, yeah. I mean, you want to talk about time and dealing with something.
Back to the pic.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. What would be a better name for peanut butter?
Oh, you know what? Brown gook.
Yeah.
Thinking
Brown gook.
That's a good question there.
I'm just impressed with the quickness of that. That's
brown
gook
gook
stuff.
But I like it has to be creamy.
Yeah.
I like the
I like the creamy. Yeah. I call
chunk.
it smooth stuff.
Yeah, the smooth stuff.
Yeah.
That's so vague though. That could be so many. Well, you said brown gook.
Yeah, brown gook.
Smooth stuff. Now, am I weird about this? Because I'm one of the few people that actually like what is the I don't know the brand of it, but the peanut butter and the jelly in the same jar, the swirl.
Oh yeah.
I love that shit, man.
This is compelling. Keep on going.
I just love it. Are you not a peanut butter and jelly kind of person? In the same jar? It's going on the same bread and the same sandwich in the same stomach.
I am a peanut butter and jelly person, but I always forget that I am until I cave and eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Can't just eat one either. Gotta have like two and put them in the refrigerator or the freezer for about 5 or 10 minutes. It's over, fucker.
Okay.
Oh, they're so good. Peanut butter jelly is so good.
Milk too with it? Forget
no,
it.
Milk is delightful.
Hey, do you like Bill Maher?
I watch a show. I don't always agree with him, but I watch a show every week.
Same. I'm just curious because you're on the West Coast, and I feel like lately Bill Maher has been catching a lot of heat from from mainly left-leaning politics. Like, and I don't know exactly how I feel about that because I agree with a lot of I feel like he's a rational voice and he's more centrist, but he's like about to show up on Tucker Carlson and a lot of his.
Did he say he was running for president?
What?
Didn't he say he was running for president? He might run for president. I saw something like that.
He explicitly said he will never do that.
Oh, I must have just read it wrong.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I mean, his big thing is that, all the liberal politicians and they should all, go on Fox News and stuff like that. So I think, is he actually going to go on Tucker Carlson?
He said he's looking forward to it, and they're working out the details to set it up right now because he tweeted something about it.
Who would you say is news channel wise is Fox News' enemy? Would you say CNN? Who would you say is their
CNN?
That's a versus I want to see. Like bring their top anchors together on stories and just do like a versus, just them going back and I would love to see that shit.
It'd be like
the Battle of the Network news people. It's like a competition. Like back in the day, there was a thing called Battle of the Network Stars, where all the famous people from each network had shows on each network. They would battle it out in like competitions, like tug of war and obstacle course and swimming and stuff. They should do that with Fox and CNN and MSNBC. So you got 3 of them.
I like that. I do like that.
Is the 4th one.
And then like an independent one come in too. Like that would be dope. But again, I would just want to see them do new stuff. Are you really good as at your teleprompter? Are you really an investigative journalist? I would love to see the skills that they really had.
Yeah, but they lost their like ace in the hole with the
guy
as far as physical contests are concerned. What's his name? The brother of the governor,
Cuomo?
Mayor? Yeah. They would have had it in the bag, but now I can't think of anybody at CNN that could. I think most people at Fox are.
Where's Don Lemon?
Huh?
Where's Don Lemon? Isn't he at CNN still?
I think so. Yeah.
He can hold his own. He can hold his own.
Why?
He just
can. Is it like one of those like
things
with your genetics?
No, no.
Beast?
No, I thought you were talking about like. Oh, you mean like physically?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Fuck it. Those women look like him. You know.
He seems fit.
Yeah.
Don Lemon.
Amen, brother.
Right there you go.
What's the creepiest thing to say while passing a stranger on the street?
Can I smell you?
Nice to see you again. And they know they don't know you either, but you're like, you know what? Can you take that part out of here in case there's ever some case someday?
You look much better today.
You left your door unlocked.
Oh no, you look better with your clothes on.
Now that is it right there. Have you had practice in this?
You got any kids? What's your biggest fear?
Airplanes.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I would have thought it was knowing when you're going to die.
Is it the lack of control that you have once you get inside of one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like to be in control. I also don't want to plummet. That's a terrible way to die, I think.
Yeah, especially if you plummet into, they'd be like, you crashed to a mountain. It's something worse than that, crashing into the fucking ocean. So now you're dying inside. Your plane is now a submarine. You're sinking in this, like, it's fucking crazy.
Drowning on fire.
There you go. I'm on fire. Talladega Nights.
Like all the people that I went to Vegas with, they went on this private jet thing. And I was like, I'm not getting on that. I'm driving. There's no way I'm getting on that. Scares me.
I have a little panic attack every time I get on a plane too, because I don't like roller coasters either for the same reasons. Like I'm in a position where I have and they're like, well, statistically, you're more likely to die in a car accident. No, it's not. Statistically, I'm not the one driving in all those car accidents.
I see what you're doing there.
I have the control over my fate until the very last second.
Let me ask you, have you been to Vegas before?
Hold on. What's your biggest fear? Because I don't think I've ever asked.
Oh, you already know this. Fucking, I'm claustrophobic like a motherfucker. No, I'm claustrophobic, man. I cannot be somewhere. That's why I didn't answer the 12 by 12 question. That's too small for fucking me. I don't want to be any fucking small spaces.
Wouldn't that be horrible to be buried alive?
Oh fuck yeah. Like when I saw Kill Bill, it was just a movie, but I was like, oh no, man. That I couldn't even put myself in when she was buried underground and like, trying to do.
Have you ever seen that Ryan Reynolds movie, Buried?
I saw parts of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole thing is him buried, right?
Correct.
You never leave the confines of that castle.
There's another movie like that with a girl in space. And she thinks she's trapped underground, but then the movie ends, she's in space, and I don't want to ruin it, but it's awesome.
Do you remember a movie called The Vanishing, where this guy just wants to bury a girl alive, and he does it?
That rings. Keith
it's called The Vanishing. There was a Dutch. It was originally, I think, it was a Dutch movie, and then they remade it. I think Sandra Bullock's in the remake.
Yeah, and Kiefer Sutherland.
But the Dutch version is incredibly dark, much darker than the American version.
Stuff abroad usually is.
Sandra Bullock was my first.
Before you go there, I just want to get too far from Vegas real quick. Hold on. Hey, I know he's been to Vegas and I've been to Vegas. Have you been to Vegas?
No.
Now, to correct me if I'm wrong, it's been a few years since I've been, but I'm trying to tell him and our audience out there something they may know about Vegas. If you're ever in Vegas and you hear this little sound, it sounds like maybe someone shuffling cars, but it's not the dealer. All you hear, that sound is all the escorts and prostitutes, and their cars are littered on the ground like leaves. Am I wrong?
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Well, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, but they're everywhere.
It's just
It's like they paid 52,000 pickup and through all the cards.
It's women and men making a living.
It's not. I ain't saying anything wrong with that. I'm just saying that's why I say what happens in Vegas stays. The streets littered with gold. The streets are littered with holes. Like literally. Not there's anything wrong with that. Oh, and by the way,
it's an amazingly decadent city. Anything goes for 24 hours.
I just wish it wasn't so fucking humid because I would drink more, but maybe that is why it's so humid. It kind of,
it's so hot. It's so hot.
It's so fucking hot, man. I stayed at the Cosmopolitan and they have a hidden pizza place now on like the 3rd floor. It's one of the best fucking things ever, man. Fucking.
It's hard to get drunk during the day because it's so hot.
You got to. And by the way, see, I think he's one of the first people that actually meet us because we have the show that we do and you and Durden talk pretty much, but no one else gets to see this the bar version of us.
It's pretty. I'm pretty consistent.
Give it a few minutes.
What's a movie?
You got to have another tequila thing.
I've been sipping.
No, you have me and him. We're men. We're doing men thing. Oh, ew. All right, Peter. Stop doing that, man. You're making us look bad. Me and Pressman have been through wars and bars, and we can't take you anywhere.
That's right. Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Please, yeah.
How did you guys meet?
Oh.
You tell it this time. No, I always tell it.
I'm sorry. I'm asking a question that everybody knows. I'm sorry.
No, everybody doesn't know.
We met many times. The first, you need to go wake Tarantino up.
I do. Go ahead. Start the story. Go ahead.
The first time I had a friend named Reggie that I used to shoot movies with, and him and Reggie were going to do a audition for a Tom Cruise movie that was, I think it was Basic. John Travolta. Sorry. John Travolta. He was doing an audition. He needed to get a tape made. So Reggie brought him by my house. So I met him once then, like in 2005. And then it was like 45 minutes. I met him. And 3 years later, this guy that he's going to wake up right now brought him over to my house. We were friends, met on another movie set. His name's Tarantino, not that one.
Right.
He brings Royal over to my house one night, and I was like, dude, don't I know you from somewhere? This was like 2 or 3 years later. And I was messing around with music at the time on GarageBand and making beats and recording and stuff. And he's like, I rap. So then we started hanging out for that. Like I was just producing music for him. He'd come over and spit into the microphone. And that's pretty much, but we ended up just started doing our own thing from then. We made our own little music group called G14 Classified. And then we did a few feature films together. Our relationship has always been centered around a project. We're always, like, from the very beginning, it's always something that, like, neither of us really like to hang out just for the sake of hanging out. We got to have something to show for it when we're done, or there's really no point. I can't say
you guys just have a love of movies together, and so you just started this.
When I can't remember, like he saw a movie and he recorded this 20-minute thing about the movie and then asked me to edit it for him. And then a few weeks later, we were trying to think, like, we had just finished like a feature film and we didn't want to go back into doing another production, but we wanted to do something. And we're like, there's these fucking kids on YouTube that are like killing it with like millions of dollars. So let's just try that and see what happens. And then we're like, so what do we talk about? And that's literally the one thing that we really have in common, that we like speak the same language on, is movies. We were both born in August of '83, so we grew up with the same stuff. And all of our conversations are pretty much what TTFT is. Just, man, did you see this shit? And then 45 minutes later, we're still going on about it.
I'm pretty sure you gave it a watered down version of it, but it's okay.
I think I actually rambled on a little too long. So.
Did you tell them about the time I helped you find a better weed deal? Because if that's not a part of the story, I mean,
now that's when you won my heart, because I was buying weed from Tarantino on the West Side, and it was these little like nickel bags at a time, and it was ridiculous. And he goes, man, he saw what I was getting one time. He's like, let me show you the way of the North Side. And he brings over this freezer bag for like $40. And those were the days, man. I felt rich for the first time in my life. Like this. It was. I'm getting a little chills right now. That was the good old days.
Yeah, and so we've been together ever since, man. Until we make it or break it. One of the things. Yeah.
I mean, that's awesome.
Thank you, man. It's the chemistry because we said when we did the show that we wanted the audience to know that we weren't putting on or portraying characters or anything. So we'd just be ourselves. But so and then we got to meet people like you who love film too. So it's a win-win, man.
Yeah.
Definitely a win-win.
Speaking of loving film, what's a movie that is absolutely terrible, but you still love it anyway?
Oh my God. I wish I got these questions beforehand.
They're not supposed to be any.
I mean, you know what? I love horror movies, so I'll just watch any horror movie, no matter how terrible it is. Yeah. I'm trying to think of a specific. I don't know. I don't know.
A movie that I know is horrible, but I always watch it. Oh man,
Pixels.
Man, fuck you. That's a good fucking movie, man. No, that's a good movie.
Anaconda.
That's a bad movie. It's
not all the time. I'll stop and watch it.
It's been a while since you know what? I'll take that back.
It is bad.
John Voight is wonderfully terrible in that.
I know exactly.
And so is Owen Wilson.
But he sleazily looks at Jennifer
Owen Wilson's
Lopez.
bad in that. The best thing about Anaconda is fucking Jennifer Lopez.
Ice Cube.
Oh, that's right.
I'm gonna say this to all the other guys out there drinking this time of night. The best thing in Anaconda is Jennifer Lopez, and you came back with Ice Cube.
Yeah.
Hey man, not there's anything wrong with that. Follow your heart, man.
Remember that the snake spits out John Voight? Fantastic.
I love that.
Yeah.
Hey, what did he say? Oh, I know it. It's been a long time since I had a woman.
Yeah, he was doing some ridiculous accent.
Asian accent. And what he asked, they were like, where's Kato? He was like, he's gone. The river has him now. He said some shit.
Yeah.
Poorly channeling Marlon Brando.
Oh, don't get Marlon Brando. Who's a conversation you would want to have with somebody in a bar that you've never met? Doesn't have to be film. It could be anything.
You know what? Because I grew up being such a Spielberg fan. I think I would love to talk to him. So I don't know if I've told this story before or not. So when I was in 1978, Close Encounters comes out, which is one of my favorite movies. And my buddy and I, Bob, we loved it so much. We decided we want to talk to Steven Spielberg. So we called up Universal and said, hey, can we to Steven Spielberg's office? And that's where you could still, get through at least to the office.
Wow.
He wasn't huge yet. So we called up and the secretary answered and we're like, hey, we love Close Encounters and we want to tell Mr. Spielberg how much we love it. And she goes, hold please. And a minute later, he gets on the phone. He's like, hey guys, how's it going? I heard you love my movie. And we talked for I would say 5 minutes. And it was just so awesome. And he was so nice. And at the end, he said, I'm going to send you guys something from my next movie, which turned out to be 1941. Not the greatest movie, but he never sent it. But still, just that little thing that happened was so exciting. But I would love now to talk to him in person because I've loved so many of his movies. Jaws is one of my favorite movies ever.
What would be what would be something you asked him?
I would just what was it like working on this film? Did you know when you made Jaws that it was going to be one of the greatest films ever? I just, it's just.
How'd you feel about Jaws 3D, Steven?
Hey, the crazy part about to be able to make a movie and not ever have to work again, literally just the residuals alone from Jaws, he would probably never have had to work again.
Maybe.
He loves film, so clearly he'd do it. I want to sit down with Sam.
Okay, I gotta wait. This reminded me of a trivia question. So, my way, it's almost gone, and I'm feeling it.
Nice.
What two actors? They won Best Supporting Actor. The next movie they did was a Jaws movie. Go ahead.
Dennis Quaid?
No.
Damn.
Fuck.
Two actors. They both won Best Supporting Actor. For the next movie was a Jaws movie.
We can't fail. We can't form this.
Right? He said. I'm assuming it's guys because he said
it is guys. Best Supporting Actor.
Jesus Christ here. What the fuck, man? That's a hell of a question. Did you hear this on the radio or something like that?
I'm blanking.
No, I've known this for a while, and for some, I always like to bring it up because I thought it was cool.
Because I'm assuming their next, I don't know anybody in Jaws 2 or 3 that would have won a Best Supporting Actor role. So I'm
blanking on the fucking dude's name on Jaws.
I will tell you. You want me to tell you which Jaws they were? Will that help?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, Jaws 3 and 4.
Okay, then I don't have any.
I'm done.
So Louis Gossett Jr.,
Ah,
because he
That's
did
true.
Alternate Gentleman. His next movie was Jaws 3. And then Michael Caine was in Jaws 4. I think he won for Hannah and Her Sisters. And then he did Jaws 4. It's my
Good
trivia
grief.
question.
Good grief.
That's
What are you looking over here for? It's not an
I-
answer over here. What are you looking over there for?
no, I was looking at your headphones a little.
No, it's too late.
Okay.
I did a bad tape job.
I would have never got that. I think I stopped after Jaws. I don't think I ever watched all of Jaws 3. I think I stopped mid Jaws.
It's not very good. But
I mean,
I'll say anything.
At a certain point, it's a shark. It happens.
I don't know.
Do you guys have AMC movies out there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love it.
So I got that AMC Movie Pass, which is $24 a month, and you can see 3 free movies every week.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking awesome.
Right.
I'll see anything now.
What's the last thing you saw?
Last movie I saw was Black Phone.
Ooh, I thought I heard about that. It's like that they're supposed to like be making the new like iconic horror villain or something with that movie.
I wouldn't say it's iconic, and it's a little corny, but it's you know, Ethan Hawke's a good actor. It's well done. It's a guy that kidnaps kids, and this one kid is kidnapped, and there's a black phone in the little room that he's kept, and the ghosts of the other kids that were killed help him try to get out of there.
Wow. Have you ever walked out of a movie before? And if so, which one?
Yes, and this is a movie that everybody loves, and I gave it a second try, and I thought it was really funny. And I don't know why I walked. Talladega Nights, I walked out.
Oh fuck yeah, man! Come on.
I just wasn't into it for some reason. I just wasn't into it. I walked right out. And there was some George Clooney movie that I walked out of a long time ago.
Was it
Oh, brother, where art thou?
Lopez?
The what?
Oh, brother, where art thou?
No,
I didn't know. I'm asking. Batman Forever.
no, I'd stay for that. I mean, he had the nipples and everything. No, that's
Yeah.
fantastic.
The punching.
You gotta see that.
The belt.
It might have been the one with Sandra Bullock because he's in there for about a good 10, 15 minutes
I
when she's in
forgot who it was.
space by herself the whole time.
You guys like Batman? Did you see the new Batman?
I didn't like it. I didn't like it because they said they were doing it in the same vein as the Joker universe with the Joaquin
Right.
Phoenix, and I love that. And I don't know. Put it this way, I'll tell you what I did love about it. Fucking and we both had to go look and we didn't believe it. Our guy Colin Farrell as the Penguin, he killed that role. He did it awesome with that. Awesome.
So, they're doing HBO Max is doing a Penguin TV series.
Yes, the spinoff.
Right, and my best friend who I referenced to my old girlfriend, she's writing on it. So she won't tell me a lot about it.
Right.
But like Colin Farrell's in it, and it's like 8 hours of makeup
Yeah.
every day. It seems
Jonah
like
Hill was supposed to take that part.
Could you imagine sitting down for 8 hours and then when you get up, your day is starting?
No, I know.
I can't.
You must be getting paid a lot of money though.
Yeah,
Yeah, that would probably help.
it does, but still to have to drink through a straw and breathe through. I'm claustrophobic. I'll never be able to do an effects-driven movie like that. I'll
You
never.
just wouldn't want them to hide. Don't hide my face.
Well, what are we paying for? This is the face you hired.
No, I have a small part in Starsky and Hutch, as you know, and they had to do a whole cast of me because I'm a dead body at one point in the ocean, and it was so claustrophobic. And they did give me a straw. It freaked me out.
I could imagine.
They put plaster all over you.
You could easily get in your own head and feel like I'm going to be in here forever. I'm going to be in here forever.
Claustrophobia.
Yeah.
I love Starsky and Hutch, man.
Starsky and I haven't seen it in a while. I feel like that one may not have aged.
Oh no, it ages good.
Okay.
When he goes to that disco scene, he dances, he's drinking that. He's eating that sugar in his coffee, which is not sugar.
Yeah.
That motherfucker. All right,
No,
I'm
man.
gonna do the little clap thing again. That's my shit. Man.
Can I leave just to refill
Oh
my drink?
go. I'm
I forgot
refilling.
to
Yeah.
bring
Hey, we're in the
stuff.
bar, brother. Go do you. Yeah.
All right, I'll be back.
We're
You
here.
guys talk amongst yourselves.
Yes.
What'd you do yesterday, Roy?
Prep for this with you. No, what did we do yesterday? What did I do? Tarantino came into town.
Oh, then you should know exactly what you guys.
I did. I went and woke him up, and he was like, I went and I was like, housekeeping, you want towel? Housekeeping, you want blowjob? What kind of sick place? He was like, man, I heard you. He's still in there laying down. I just left the light on.
I had a feeling.
I got a feeling. He gonna come here. All right, what we doing? He was sleeping on top of the cover with no cover on. So if he won't even sleep in my room or that room with under the cover, I know he's not sleeping under the cover in hotel rooms.
Does he sleep out of here?
Nah, because he knows what I do there.
Oh shit!
I work, man.
Okay.
I keep forgetting. You got to remind me where.
That's ballsy. Like
Hey,
You never been caught.
that's the edge, man.
No, that's not the edge I want. Have you ever been caught?
Nah, for what? Caught up.
Walked
Shit.
in on.
Could you hand me one of those out of there? The purple one. Up top. There you go. There you go. You got it. It's a purple one in there. I think it says weed. It's purple and I think it says weed.
In this bag?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I mean, I would hope so. I mean, you can rip it, man. I'm not saving it. There you go. All right, Peter.
What?
Wicked Weed Brewing.
Okay, that's cool.
I've never had one of these before. I saw you trying to pronounce it. Was it Pernay or Pernay? I'm still going to be drinking liquor, but I'm switching to a beer I saw today. I want to try. It's from the Wicked Weed Brewing. It's called Pernay or Pernay.
Oh wow!
Yes.
Not gonna work here anymore.
I like that.
Did you hear they're turning the Joker sequel is going to be a musical?
I did see that with Lady Gaga, right?
Yeah. How do you feel about
guess.
that? He doesn't like it. I love it.
I don't listen. I love a good musical, but I don't know. It's almost now that they're just like, I don't know, making fun of it in a way.
See, my thing is, it makes me hopeful because it's like, okay, they're not just like cashing in on the whatever formula proved to work last time. They're like bravely reinventing the wheel of their own franchise on the second movie.
If you're going to do a musical, let me go see it on Broadway.
Okay, follow-up question. What movie would be improved? What movie could be improved upon by making it a musical?
Schindler's List.
Edison.
Actually, I laugh, but I take the laugh back. That would actually be really moving.
Wow. Fuck, that's a good
hard
fucking question. What movie would be made?
Forrest Gump.
Damn you, that was a good ass question, man. Home Alone.
No, that's not stretching it enough.
Are you want me to stretch?
There's so many movies now that are being turned into music. Like Out Here is playing Pretty Woman. You know, there's a stage, there's a music.
Oh, the Truman Show. I can see that happening live. I can see that as the Truman Show.
I just heard of one that they switched. They were like giving it the musical treatment. That's actually a really good idea because the movie. Fuck, what the fuck was it? Damn it!
I don't know, Dave. Tell us. No, it's not.
This is why I write the shit down. If it's not written down, I'm useless.
It's not a piano. Why are you touching it like that? I starting to hit them, Dave. Oh wait a minute, hold on. Got two fucking Daves.
My ears are warm.
I got to start. You got to be Durden. I didn't know I had two Daves. I forgot. Fuck. Damn.
He's aware that it's a Dave here.
Because he knows you as Durden. I know him as David. I'm not going to call him Durden. It's weird. It's weird.
I had no idea that you were David until you're telling me about the future David and all that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, that's right. I was casually just saying.
I think the last time when we did the Zoom call, your name was in it before. He was like, who is David? You were like, well, that's me. I got an alter ego. He was like, who the fuck is this asshole? That's probably what he said to you.
Yeah.
So Durden is just a made up thing?
Yeah. Durden is Durden because I like Tyler Durden, and Godfrey because I'm an atheist. I'm Godfrey.
And you're also a schizo because you just told him there's future Dave, then there's present Dave, there's Durden. Like, who are you, man? Which one of you are my best friends with? Which one?
How about Fight Club the musical?
That would be. I'd watch that. Yeah.
Yeah, but Edward Norton have to write it and star in it and edit it and be everywhere.
Rule in Fight Club. What is the rule?
His name was Philip Parsons. His name was Philip Parsons.
Yeah, a choir comes up, the curtains.
No, man, you gotta lose control. You gotta lose control.
Wait, Meatloaf was in it. He could have sang up a whole thing.
Meatloaf did pretty good.
Yeah.
Man tits, hug me, baby. I like it.
Did you see that, Dick?
I don't remember that being there. Oh, I do.
About Hollywood, that's sung a lot here.
Yeah.
A lot of that.
Dave. Good one, Dave.
Thank you.
What's your favorite childhood memory?
Okay. I don't know. I just thought of one. I don't know if it's my favorite childhood memory, but so my dad is an actor, and he was working on something. I forgot what it was, But next door, they were filming a movie called The Towering Inferno. And one of the stars of The Towering Inferno came up to my dad and said, oh, I'm a fan. And anyway, it was O.J. Simpson. So O.J. Simpson and myself, I think I was 7, 8. He talked like half hour in my dad's dress. He just came in because I was a big, at that time, football fan. You know, he played for USC. That was a big. So I remember hanging out with O.J. And he didn't kill me. He didn't try to. He didn't try to kill me.
You didn't fit the profile.
Yeah,
I like that. Exactly. I like that. I just told him about a story most people don't know. Speaking of OJ, like there's an episode of Seinfeld where Elaine, her boyfriend's name is something Rifkin, and he's a serial killer. So she tries to go into a book and give him new names, and one of the names she says is OJ, but they weren't planning on it because OJ hadn't killed anyone yet. Right. That's a serendipity right there.
Your favorite movie growing up was I already know Beetlejuice.
No, it's not. No. I mean, growing up, yeah, definitely growing up.
My favorite movie growing up was Ferris Bueller's Day Off. What was your favorite movie growing up?
You know what? I mentioned it. Close Encounters of the Third Kind was just, I loved it.
So I guess the second best.
That's not true. Your favorite movie growing up was Monster Squad. That's what you told the guy we just interviewed 48 hours ago.
I said one of my favorite. Oh my. Which it is.
And by the way, Beetlejuice is a musical on Broadway.
That's the one I was trying to think of. Yes. Thank you. Thank me.
I'd watch that.
Yeah, because it's all. I mean, the shake. Yeah.
Oh yeah. They.
It's practically already. It rates itself.
6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot plunge. There you go. All right.
Oh man, me want
to go home. Hey.
What was the story your mom told about? Didn't you say Beetlejuice in your sleep?
Look here, it was either that or Candyman in my sleep, and I'm glad I went with Beetlejuice. Okay.
Yeah, Candyman. Much. I hated that remake.
Did you? No, I thought it was. I
didn't like it.
What didn't you like about it?
I just didn't think. I mean, the first one's such a classic. I just. It felt a little. I don't know. I don't want to say too woke. I don't want to say that.
Okay.
But it just felt like it felt too woke.
Yeah. No,
I found it just not scary at all.
We got into that when we talked about it. That's like, there's nothing wrong with having a message, but the message should, like, what was the movie that did it perfectly? Dead Presidents. Yeah. Dead Presidents. They had a very strong
my
message.
Horror movies, I don't necessarily want a message. I just want to see like a scary horror movie.
I agree.
Well, I don't think that's not. No, I don't think that's an option anymore.
What, musical?
Especially with Jordan Peele films.
Yeah. Not with Jordan Peele, but with others. Yeah.
I think it's I don't think I went into Candyman looking to be scared or impressed by a horror movie. I like Jordan. That's not even a Jordan Peele film, but it might as well. It's got a signature on it. But the aesthetic of his movies, like Get Out and Us, and even Nope, they all have this just. It feels so uncool not to like them. They look so good.
We came up with this theory that he somehow was trying to tell us something in his movie titles, and we're just missing the fourth film because he's like, you have Nope, Us, Get Out. And it's something like, hey, bitch, you want us to get out? Nope. And so we were waiting on this other film to try to put this sentence together, what he's trying to.
Every one of his titles is like the stereotypical thing that you hear yelled in a movie theater during a horror movie.
Nope. Get out.
Get out, bitch.
That wouldn't be us. That wouldn't be us.
I did not like Us.
I see.
Don't do that to him. Don't do that to him.
Sorry, you really liked it. I'm sorry.
No, he really likes somebody in there.
Yeah. If there's one person that I have a crush on.
He has a hall pass for one person to cheat on his wife with.
Yeah, Lupita.
I thought it was Mary Louise Parker.
No, Mary Louise Parker is like, Mary Louise Parker is number 3, Natalie Portman is number 2, and Lupita Nyong'o is number 1.
I'm with you. I'm with you on the now.
But see, back to our point, if you were living like me and Dave Pressman, you wouldn't need a hall pass.
Speaking of Natalie Portman.
That's right. High
five. We're doing that. Yes.
The thing is that I do have a hall pass, so moot point.
I've had sex with wives, so moot point.
My favorite Natalie Portman. I mean, she's a great actress, but my penis's favorite Natalie Portman scene is in the Black Swan. I mean, intellectually, I love the Black Swan too, but it's got that scene. Not even the scene with her and Mila Kunis, just the scene with her by herself, Which brings me to the next question. If you could recreate a real life version of any sex scene from any movie in real life, what would it be?
Oh my God.
Baby boy.
Zoolander.
Baby boy.
I mean,
Baby boy.
The threesome from Zoolander. I lived it, Daddy.
Baby boy.
It was an orgy in Zoolander.
It was.
Oh, yes. The whole orgy. Yes.
I would like to actually live that in real life. Yes.
Yes. I had a feeling that was going to be the answer. Baby boy, I vaguely remember.
Vin Rames.
Yeah.
Doing the frog.
Yeah.
Hopping around that house, going to order lemon heads after you done had sex with the dude's mama that he can hear right next door. Oh, that's the dream, brother.
I want to be Natalie Portman's fingers.
What's Natalie Portman's?
That's the most disturbing thing you've said.
Wow.
I want to be Natalie Portman's fingers.
What's Natalie Portman's best performance?
The things they have seen, the places.
What's her best performance as an actress?
Black Swan. 100%.
V for Vendetta.
She was good in V for Vendetta, but she stretched herself to a place that I've never seen her go before in Black Swan.
Yeah, I mean, she's a good actor. She's great in The Professional.
Mm-hmm.
And
very true. Very true.
It's a great movie.
Supposedly really, really smart, which is hot in itself.
I like a smart girl.
She went to Harvard or something.
A Brown.
Would you consider cereal soup?
I don't. No, I would not.
It's not breakfast soup.
Completely different things.
I mean,
it's in the thing.
Arguable.
It's 90% moist.
Yeah.
There may be some things floating around in there. You're not going to take long to eat it. It's not far off.
It's breakfast.
Well, maybe soup is cereal instead of cereal being soup.
No. I'm also 90% moist.
Ew.
Especially after, especially fucking Black Swan and Natalie Portman.
Why are you shaking over there?
You feel these nips.
I'm not feeling your fucking nips. We're best friends.
Who is your wife's hall pass?
It used to be Justin Timberlake, and Justin Timberlake was replaced by Michael C. Hall, which I'm totally cool with.
Those two very different. Oh wow,
he's not. That's why he's not cool with that shit. He's not. Cool with
you don't enjoy the Michael C. Hall thing.
No, I told her if she has sex with Michael C. Hall, just at least toss him a script that I wrote or something. Like leave a script on the nightstand, because I'm cool with that, especially over Justin Timberlake. That's an improvement.
I don't care what you say. You think you want a hall pass, or you think y'all can have a hall pass. It will wind up just like Woody Harrelson in Indecent Proposal. You're gonna be like, no, I shouldn't have never fucking did it.
That's what I was gonna say. Like everyone talks about hall passes, but you think if it actually could happen, I don't think anyone would be cool with it. Probably.
Right. Oh, because they don't want to know. They rather not know.
Yeah. None of this matters, because once I get my hands on Lupita.
No, God,
I'm not.
Someone call the police.
I'm not letting.
I just text you, Dave. Check your message.
Like I'm saying, like sarcastically, "Bye, I'll be right back" to the family. But if they know me, they know I'm not coming back.
Where did you first fall in love with her?
Oh man, that's shit. What was
it? Black Panther?
12 Years a Slave.
It could have been either one. I mean, hey. Was it? Because you never told me. You just brought it up one day.
Look.
Oh, yeah. Oh my God. It was that.
No, it wasn't. But I have referred. God damn it.
It's after
when
6.
You Google Lupita Nyong'o nude, you only have.
I don't think you should drink. I don't think you should drink anymore.
I told you.
Okay. Nobody else has Googled the celebrity nude?
Nope.
And I only have so many options. She's not nude that much.
That's in your cookies, right? Your web history.
But I rarely go that route. Her Instagram gives me plenty of material to work with.
I'm glad he's the editor. I'll just say that, because he can just take all of this stuff out.
That's true. Is she married? Is she married? Does she have a boyfriend?
Oh, she's not married.
I don't care. What?
You don't care?
No.
Well, you're an atheist, so you don't really care about much, do you?
Yeah. Please. Yeah. No, nothing. There's.
An atheist.
I'm gonna go.
His mind is telling him, just stop talking now. You're digging too deep. You're spinning the mud.
Yeah, I'm leaving all that.
He's had this cigarette in his hand for 30 minutes, and he keeps thinking about it. But
I feel that Vegas would be a perfect place. You should go to Vegas.
He'd never make it back.
I was going to say you might never leave.
I'd have to go with him to get him back.
I can't handle that kind of energy. Like I couldn't even. Key West made me very anxious. I don't like being in a place where I feel like. I like to be up and operational when I feel like everybody around me is asleep. That's what I'm.
Well, nobody's going to sleep there in New York.
Exactly. That's why I feel like I never get any rest.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, I got a question. Fuck that. Have you watched or have you been watching the Umbrella Academy?
I have not.
Are you planning on it? It's not on your list.
It's not on my list. I'm sorry.
Okay, it's not your thing. You're like, why isn't that genre's not up your? Or what is that?
I don't know. I just haven't even thought about. I know it exists. I just haven't. It doesn't interest me.
Okay,
is it really good? Should it
it is really good because it's not all about superpowers and stuff. And what really freaked me out is a guy from a band. I don't know the guy from the back. See, I thought they had been around for 30, 40 years. No, it was a guy from a lead singer from a band that wrote
Fill in the blank. If you like this, you will like Umbrella Academy.
Watchmen.
Oh, but I like Watchmen.
Then you'll like Umbrella Academy.
The show.
Okay.
Or the movie.
Both.
Okay.
But the crazy part about it, as much as I like Watchmen the movie, I told you what Regina King did in fucking Watchmen the show. And the crazy part, did you see Watchmen the show on HBO Max? Yep. The guy from Candyman, it was Dr. Manhattan. Remember, that's the same guy. The guy that played Candyman, not the guy that arm was fucked up in Candyman. That's him in that show. Yatim Abdul II.
Right.
Abdul Mateen II.
See?
Let me culturally appropriate that.
He's naked a lot in The Watchmen.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't watching.
I was.
You keep seeing dick.
That was one episode, and that guy's name was Richard. Thank you.
That was a whole season. What? Damn, I had one locked and loaded here. Oh, have you ever experienced anything paranormal?
Oh my god.
No, I've never seen a ghost. I don't think I've never seen UFO.
You know he levitated in front of his bed before, right?
I would like to hear this story.
Okay, I was 12, 13 years old. We had just moved to Florida. My parents were remodeling a house. We had just started going to a Methodist church, the first time my family had ever gone to church. So they were like knee deep in religion. They bought a door from Home Depot, and I was into heavy metal, Metallica, Rob Zombie, shit like that. So sure. They saw this door at Home Depot that had like the head of Baphomet in the wood grain, and they were like, "Oh, David's gonna think this is really cool," so they picked it up for me. And my mom told this story like when they got the door, some woman that worked there came up to them like ominously, like in a horror film, and was like, "You don't want to bring that door home to your family. It'll curse your whole family. They'll all get sick. You should burn that door." Well, they brought it home and they put it on the door, and they put it on the frame. They told me the story, and it was probably like a week or two later, my little brother got really sick. Then my other little brother got pretty sick, and my stepdad got sick. And I remember one night around that time, I woke up in the middle of the night, and I was like above my bed, like just. I felt in my dream I was levitating, and I woke up and I looked down, and I was like looking down at my bed. And as soon as I woke up, I fell and hit the bed and startled the shit out of me. And we ended up taking the door out to a bonfire in the yard, and everybody got better, and there were no more supernatural occurrences after that.
Wow.
I'm not a superstitious person, and I think that,
stop looking at me.
If I'm being critical of myself, there's a good chance that I was still asleep when I saw myself levitating, 12, 13. Mm. And then it was one of those situations where you wake up in your dream and then you really wake up. But I will say that I've never felt something feel so real if it wasn't real. It felt very, very real.
We were not friends at this time. I did not know him. I just want to put that out there.
It was the door itself was crazy though. Like it was like the head of Baphomet took up the whole damn door.
Did you just call an Egyptian god?
Huh? Oh, yeah, I know about Baphomet.
Look at you, brother. All right, man. Cool points. There you go. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. There you go. Hey, I like that, man. Look at you. All right.
Have you ever had a paranormal experience? Other than that woman getting possessed and jumping out of your car?
I can't say that I have, my friend. I cannot say that I have. Now, I maced myself one time. That was a paranormal experience, and that was not on purpose.
Yourself.
Yes, I'll go ahead and tell my embarrassing story. So really quick, I'll make it 2 minutes or less. My mom used to work 2 jobs when I was much younger. So she used to have my cousin and my older brother, of course. They were basically responsible if you're doing the day. My brother's 8 years older than me. He's so fucking cool. And he's never let me touch his stuff. He went to go check the mail. And I was like, oh, I'm falling behind my big brother. His keychain was in the door. I was like, that's weird. Why would my brother have a flashlight on his keychain? That's like one of the weirdest fucking things you could ever have on a flashlight. I'm the weird one. Why would he have a flashlight? So I go and I look at the flashlight and I cut it on. I didn't cut on a flashlight. I maced the fuck out of my 10-year-old self. I literally looked dead in God's eye. Fuck looking at the sun. Look at some fucking mace and watch how it changes your life. I looked into it and in my mind, I'm still crazy. The flashlight has now exploded in my eye. There's still no mace in my mind. I'm thinking the flashlight busted because I hit it at the wrong time and it bust. And so I'm running around the house saying, "It's glass in my eye. It's glass in my eye."
My thing is that even if that situation went perfectly as you planned, at best, you're still blasting yourself in the eyes with a bright light abruptly.
I take bright light over mace any fucking day. It was like bear mace. So basically, I thought I was blind. And you know what the narcissist in me said? I'm not going to lie to you. I'm so fucking egotistical at that point in my life. I'm like, damn, now I'm going to have to be a voice actor. Like, I still knew I wanted to act, but I was like, I guess I won't be reading any scripts. But I still was committed to the craft. And I'm not blind.
I like it.
Thank you.
What's the most disturbing song to play during sex?
You ain't nothing but a bitch. You ain't nothing but a hoe. You ain't nothing but a bitch. It's not even a song, but that would be disturbing.
Ain't nothing wrong with a little.
I ain't calling you in the morning, no more. In the morning, no more. Like, I won't know you no more in the morning.
Wait, are you making up a song?
Yeah. No, the fact that you thought that was a real fucking song. Jesus Christ. Hip hop ain't dead, brother. Hip hop ain't 21 for 3 straight. His name is 21 Savage. 21.
I know your name. Then I bought your CD. I don't need you to tell me over and
You
over.
bought a CD? How fucking old are you, man?
Probably anything from like Sound of Music, something really like that doesn't go with what you're doing.
Oh no, I guess gospel music would be the most craziest thing to play.
I got the good Lord going down on me.
He's worthy. He's worth. She'll be coming.
You don't know about that.
No, she'll be coming around the mountain.
Thank you. Come by y'all, my Lord. Come by y'all. Come by y'all. Not kumbaya. Come by y'all. See, we would never do this on a regular episode, but that's why this segment is going to be so great.
Do you have a bucket list?
I don't have an actual bucket list.
Okay. Is there something outlandish that you would like to do before you die that you haven't had the chance to do yet?
That's a fucking bucket list. Why did you re-ask? It's not an aptitude test. Why did you re-ask the same thing?
I don't know. Like, there's people like want to like jump out of planes. I'll never do that because I won't even get in the plane to jump out of.
If you're gonna do it at night. Trust me.
Yeah, I guess you can't see anything. Right? Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wish I don't.
Are you a Virgo?
No, I'm a Scorpio.
Oh, close enough. Shit.
Oh, Mercury.
Yeah, I like it. Mercury rising.
When's your birthdays?
August 25th and August 18th.
16th.
His is the day before my mom's. Yep.
We're Leos.
You're Leo. I'm the Virgo. DiCaprio, LL Cool J.
Say one thing that I want to do before I die.
What is it?
Lupita Nyong'o.
Yeah. Damn it.
Okay, yeah.
Get the words right out of my mouth.
That's why we're friends, man. Fuck.
If you could have a theme song play every time you walk into a room, what would it be?
Oh God. I mean, I'm sexy and I know it.
I like that. Rich homie Quan. I be feeling like the man when I walk through. I be feeling like the man when I walk through. He knew what I was talking. What the fuck, man?
I'm trying to go like ironic. You guys are just like
we're answering questions.
All right, the safety dance. I don't know what you want me. I don't know.
Yeah. The safety.
Right, safety dance.
What song is that?
Because then you have to come in. Like
weird 80s. So yeah, exactly. It's this. You got to do this.
It was all Biodome.
Oh, okay.
S-S-S-A-A-A-A. Yeah, that's a good one.
Safety. That's fairly Pauly Shore reference on the show. That's our first Pauly Shore reference.
There should be way more Pauly Shore references.
It really should. Dude, yeah, you're right about that shit. Yes.
I mean, Encino Man, great movie.
Encino Man, yes.
Yeah. Except, in spite of Sean Astin.
Oh, do you hate Sean Astin?
No, I really like Sean Astin. I like Sean Astin now. I couldn't stand him, and he was always that guy in movies like the sad sack loser. I have nothing against sad sack losers. I am one. He just played it a little too victim-y, especially in Encino Man. He was really turned like, I don't know, something about him in that.
What's the most overacting performance you've ever seen?
Ooh, overacting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't, like later in his career, I think Al Pacino's done a bunch of those.
Wow, which movie? Which was Any Given Sunday, or what are you talking?
Always turned up.
All that stuff. What is when he's the devil? What's that?
Devil's
Advocate.
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you this then. What's the difference between how he was turned up in Dog Day Afternoon, though, was he not?
It's different. He has a completely different voice. Like now it's just his voice is even different. I think it was Scent of a Woman where he went hoo-ha. And now every movie is kind of like hoo-ha.
I think
I see that.
I think the best Al Pacino scene is the Glengarry Glen Ross. The you stupid, you child. You stupid,
that is a good
cunt.
Mm-hmm.
Men are trying to work here.
I'll agree with you. Once he changed his voice, that kind of like I agree with you. But I will say this because I don't think we have referenced this. This is one of me and him say this all the time. We say it's the flip side of that coin. But literally, to me, that's one of the top 10 scenes in cinema history. I'm talking about since they've been making film. Him and Pacino, De Niro and Pacino, right there. That moment, that scene, when they're in the coffee shop.
Yeah, you're talking about Heat.
I'm talking about Heat.
Oh, yeah. I gotta watch that one still.
Well, also that movie Heat, where he does that whole I think it's opposite Hank Azaria. And he's like, "You got a great ass,
yeah,
and you got your head all the way up it," and it's just hilarious. It's ridiculous.
He hasn't seen it. Okay, I'm not going to go over what you haven't seen, but I'll ask you: did you watch The Irishman?
Mm-hmm.
Now, before you say anything, I said this. This is what I said. I said, which I love The Irishman. I don't care what anybody says. I do have to watch it sometime in 2 settings. It's 4 hours. Liquors. Oh, there we go. The Irishman. I'll say this. Pour your own poison. He doesn't know that phrase. Pour your own poison. But in The Irishman, I said this. The way they treated and casted Joe Pesci, which Scorsese had asked him 30 times to do the role, but he finally did it. I said it was the payoff, and don't tell him, but I said it was the payoff because he hasn't seen Goodfellas, but it's for the payoff of what happened to Joe Pesci in Goodfellas. Because remember, he was supposed to become something. He never became that. But in this movie, Russ is that. Oh,
that's I never thought of that. That's great. I enjoy my favorite part of The Irishman. I'm not going to ruin it. Is the last hour. I think it's the best.
But that has Pacino in it though.
No, I know.
Okay.
But also Pacino's a little big.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Oh, yeah.
A little campy. I'll give you that. But yeah.
I mean, I enjoy him. I just think that he's gotten a little.
I mean, he's gotten old. And I think nowadays the problem is people write for the name and they don't write the story. It should be the story. It shouldn't be like, well, I'm writing this for Pacino. No, write something. And if it fits, it fits. You know, so I'm with you on that. I'll agree with you on that.
Thank you. It's about time.
Yes. I mean, hey, we're going to wind up being friends. He's not even going to talk to you anymore after this. He's going to just wind up hitting me up.
I got pages and pages.
Why?
Oh, good. More questions that I won't.
More drinks.
You got another shot? Why don't you do the whole shot and stop being a
you know what? Let's both do it. Let's all do one. I'm doing it.
I can't do a shot, but I'll take a big sip of mine.
The big sip. There we go. All right. We got to do this one. So we're gonna do this for this is for David's GoFundMe from when he gets accused of stalking Lupita Nyong'o. Here we go. There we go. All right. Cheers, brothers. Now let's talk about what we really came here to talk about. See no evil, hear no evil. How did you feel about when our guy, what's our guy? What the fuck is wrong with you? He's turning fucking red. What the fuck is wrong? Our guy.
So good when it touches your lips.
That's what she said.
You're like when Anderson Cooper drinks on the New Year's Eve show on CNN.
I didn't know where you were going with that.
That's exactly what it's
as
like.
long as I'm not like
not that there's anything wrong with that. Seinfeld. Thank you.
Me personally.
No, I was going to say, how did you feel about when our guy? Why can I always fuck his name up? And I'm sorry because he's such an icon and a legend. Golden Ticket. Sandler. No, Golden Ticket, the original Charlie Gene Wilder. How did you feel? See no evil, hear no evil. Now, I told him this when I first saw that scene, and I don't know if it's the first one or the second one, but it's when he goes blackface and he's acting like that Jamaican in the subway. What I told him was, and see, this is what I really missed. When I watched that as a child and as an adolescent, I didn't say, here's this white guy doing blackface. That was just simply funny to me because I didn't think they were making fun of it. I know what blackface is and I've seen it, but that wasn't it. That was just comedy. So I'm asking you, when
is it that movie or is it Silver Streak? I think he might do it in Silver Streak and not See No Evil, or am I completely wrong?
Oh no, it's See No Evil, Hear No Evil. Oh no,
okay,
whoa. Is Silver Streak also with
yes.
With, okay, then it could be either one. It could be either one. You may be right. Yes.
I don't want to say I don't mind it because I sound like like a clan member. I don't want to.
Well, I don't see any pointy hats in the background.
Well, how do you feel about it? It's more.
I did. That's the thing. I saw it as a child, and even as an adult, I never said he was trying to be. I thought it fit with the bit because good comedy is good comedy. Like I was just talking to him about this. If you put on a dress just for the sake of putting on a dress, that's not funny to me. But if it fits, like Mrs. Doubtfire,
Right.
that was funny because it wasn't a bit. That was just funny. But other people just putting on a dress to me isn't funny. So the same thing with that. Robert Downey Jr., that wasn't blackface. That was art in Tropic Thunder. That's fucking art.
I completely agree. I completely
Hulu taking Always Sunny episodes off because they are literally doing that same thing, like using blackface to illustrate the idiocy of blackface.
Right. Yeah. I love Always Sunny. Let me ask you this. Are you a fan of The Office?
Yes.
UK or American?
I'm more American.
Yes. Awesome.
Cool.
Favorite character on the show?
I mean,
that you most resonate with. I don't know. You got a little Ryan Howard going on, man.
I don't know. I mean, I love Steve Carell.
Yeah.
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 Toby was always my favorite.
In fact, when he left, I thought it fell off.
That's what they said. I think they did. It's the same thing with Seinfeld. Well, Seinfeld didn't fall off, in my opinion, but when Larry David left, the edge kind of came off of it a little bit. And you can that's when he went to Curb Your Enthusiasm. So I agree with you on that.
Toby was easily my favorite.
I like Toby because
Toby was your favorite character, really?
Yeah. And then Paul Lieberstein, any of the episodes that he wrote were usually my favorite because they were like,
he was a writer
that were darker in tone. Yeah, but
he didn't want to act. That's you.
He did black comedy, dark comedy really well.
No, he does, and that's what, and I'm glad that's why he was placed in the HR role. Him and Phyllis and our guy Ryan Howard were one of the three main writers on the show.
Okay, well, we know who my we know Lupita Nyong'o is who is yours? Who's your Hollywood crush?
Tessa Thompson.
That's a good one. It's a good one.
I have to say that he knew. She plays Domino in Deadpool 2. She's in Thor Ragnarok.
She's now on Westworld.
Westworld, like to me, because here's the thing, she reminds me of, and all of you will know this name, Lisa Bonet.
Okay.
Oh, sure.
Right.
Who's your?
See, no, appreciate what this man is. Go ahead.
Angel Heart?
No, I didn't. No.
Dude, if you like Lisa Bonet, it's Lisa Bonet and Mickey Rourke before he's all fucked up looking. You should see that movie. It's fucking great. And she's gorgeous.
I've seen a scene from that movie.
I don't want to know why. Go ahead. What you were saying?
No,
Angel Heart.
If you love her, you should go. You should see.
Can I ask you this? You may not remember. Is it before or after Enemy of the State?
Oh, it's way before.
Okay.
Who's your Hollywood crush?
I mean, honestly, we mentioned Natalie Portman. I used to love Kate Beckinsale, Jennifer Connelly.
Yeah.
Did you see Top Gun?
I haven't seen the second one. Yeah, I did. Yes, Matt.
Yeah. Okay. Jennifer Connelly. She's phenomenal looking. Still. And even back in the day, there was a movie called Career Opportunities, which is a John movie, and she's stunning in that movie.
Yeah. Oh my God, Frank Whaley.
It's always these dark-haired women that I thoroughly enjoy.
That's your thing. Everybody has that thing.
That part in Career Opportunities when he's roller skating around the target and he's doing those fucking like the bouncing. That's easily one of my favorite parts of a.
Frank Whaley. He's great.
He's amazing.
We have a new segment called "He Made Me Watch." He made me do. I'm sorry,
Jennifer Connelly.
Well, I like
Requiem for a Dream.
Well, there's that. Yes, sure.
Yeah.
We have a new segment called "He Made Me Do It," which is where things I've seen and things he's seen that we've never seen we'll make each other watch. So I want to ask you this: season 1, he made me watch this movie, which I'm glad he made me watch because it's one. I do think it's a classic. No, was it season 1 or season? Coffee Town was season 1 or season 2?
Coffee Town was 1. I thought you were talking about Vanilla Sky.
No, Coffee Town.
Okay.
Have you ever seen a movie called Coffee Town?
No, I don't know what that is.
Dave?
College Humor put it out. It's got the reason why I watched it is because it's got Glenn Howerton is the lead in it. It's like the only movie that he's a lead in, especially at this time. And I'm trying to think of what the other guy's name. Ben Schwartz is one of the leads in it as well. And it was written and directed by Brad Copeland. It's just funny as shit. It's one of those movies that have you ever seen Empire Records?
Oh, yeah. I didn't know you saw that.
It's kind of in the vein of Empire, like that same, not anything similar plot wise, but like the same kind of energy where it's more the nuances of the characters drive, like the actual plot is just kind of like a background to slap all the jokes onto, and it's just relentless as far as jokes per page. It's such an underrated comedy.
You got some girl hitting you up on the phone?
No, I'm
It's about
finna.
that
No,
time.
I'm confirming. No, it's not. I'm confirming something
He
that I
goes
will.
to a liquor store up the. I won't even.
No,
I'll
because
leave.
I'm finna do something him that he did else. I just want to make sure I got it right. I just got to get the name right.
Listen, go see, get Angel Heart. Watch that.
That's what I'm putting. I'm going into the queue of that. I'm going to download that. No,
It's
I
a
have
great
my question.
movie
I
anyway.
don't want to get off this, Dave. All right, so we're going to go really quick here. We're going Jurassic Park here, and I'm going to tell you why we're going Jurassic Park. He knows where I'm going with this, or at least I think
Jurassic
he
Park. What about Jurassic Park?
Okay, so all right. First, the trivia is, what's Ellie's real name in Jurassic Park? Who plays Ellie?
Wait.
Ellie in the Jurassic Park.
Which was, I don't know what character that
the
is.
blonde girl.
Is that the
Laura
woman or the
Dern?
girl?
Yes.
Okay.
Trivia time.
Okay.
And the only thing you better pick up is your drink and not your phone. And I can see if you're Googling because we can see your computer. So how old do you think she was in the first Jurassic Park?
So she's obviously younger than she.
Yes.
This is such a.
I'm gonna go.
It's not rude. I want to know if he knows. He gave us a
25.
Oh, fuck, motherfucker. Very 23. Great.
Yeah. 23. Wow.
But my point is this: what? I'm sorry, sweetheart. Listen, you've aged beautifully, but you looked 40 then, and you look 40 now. like I'm
I
like
just look at her as like a mom at that time.
right. Like maybe that's how they shout out to the makeup crew.
Yeah, and he's like 20 years older than her.
Yeah, you're right.
More than that. Yeah.
Sam Neill.
Did you see the new one?
Which no, I don't think I need to either.
Yeah, you don't. I will see anything. And I have you seen any of the Chris Pratt ones?
Yes, I love the last Chris Pratt one. I did.
Okay, so I think this is the best of the Chris Pratt ones, probably because they all come back. All the old, like Jeff Goldblum was hilarious in it.
Yeah. Of course, always.
But you know, it's not. It's what.
Let me ask you this: do you love it because of nostalgia? Because I saw Spider-Man: No Way Home, and I thought that was one of the best movies ever because they combined almost 3 decades of film and 3.
Yeah, I think that's
characters.
what I liked about it, the nostalgia. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's cool. I'm a nostalgia guy.
I think.
Are you guys big Marvel guys?
I am. I fucking am. I am not
Love
fucking stop. Now I will say this. I want to make a serious.
I'm a Doctor Strange fan, and I'm a Sam Raimi fan.
He is.
Okay.
But I really want to say this, and I want to be clear because I hope somebody from Marvel sees this. They're not going to listen, but fuck it. I am a huge Marvel fan, and I want to make this very quick because I fit in that demographic to where I did not grow up with the comics, but I did grow up watching the cartoon, and that cartoon led me to the comics, and now I'm an adult who's had a child, and now these things that I never thought would be on film are being filmed yearly. So that is great. The fucking problem is that they've jumped the shark, in my opinion, Fonz, here, because now it has become saturated. It is way too much. The nostalgia was, hey, like what they did with Avengers Endgame, epic. I told him this. You got 11 years, 22 directors, all these films, all these rewrites. They gave the greatest B story that could have ever been told. You can't make an A with all those people involved, but they gave a great B story. The problem is now with the Disney Plus is now I don't need to see this shit every fucking day. Like, and I fucking love it. I don't need Miss fucking Marvel. I don't need She-Hulk. Like when they jumped the shark with the Eternals, and I'm going to tell you why. If they would have did the Eternals on Disney Plus and took their time, don't give me a character I don't know the fuck about and expect me to fucking care about them. And I'm being serious.
You're
like,
talking about America?
No, not Captain America. America Chavez. No.
America.
No, I'm talking before the Eternals, even with Angelina Jolie and all these other people here that I really love. Don't give me people I don't know about and say, oh, just because it's Marvel and it's after Endgame, they're going to love it and watch it. I did not love it, and I still will watch it, but everything you put out, everything you shit out ain't great.
Yeah, the Eternals I thought was a bore. And
it's
actually,
a fucking
I was
bore.
disappointed with the last Doctor Strange.
I was too. Now, I will say this. I was disappointed. I don't know if you saw our review, but go back and watch it on HBO Max. It's like Norbert. Each time you watch, it's like, okay. Because he got on me about Sam Raimi. He was like, bro,
I
no.
loved it the first time. Like,
You love Sam Raimi.
To me, it was pretty much a big studio gave Sam Raimi a budget to make a low-key Army of Darkness sequel. And I loved that. Like, it was so...
Oh, see, I don't think it's anywhere close to being as good as Army of Darkness.
Not as good, but for a Marvel film, I was very impressed.
Sean Astin? Is that Sean Astin?
No.
Who's the guy? No, Brad Copeland. No, who's the guy that keeps hitting himself?
Oh, that's
Bruce Campbell.
Yeah, Bruce Campbell.
Oh, I'm taking a call here. I'm taking a call. I'm talking a call here. Y'all go ahead.
Rude.
I'm not being rude.
Go on when you're having a conversation.
Well, the Evil Dead movies are great. Also, you saw Darkman, David?
What's going on?
Yes, I have.
That's a great movie.
Did you like Evil Dead 2 or more than Evil Dead 1?
I haven't seen him in a long time, but I think I did. That's what everybody says though, right?
Yeah, with the exception of a very few people, but I that was me too, because I felt like Evil Dead 2 was a more fleshed out version of what Evil Dead 1 was supposed to be. Like Sam Raimi got his budget, he got to play around a little bit more, some more money, and he did what he really wanted to do with Evil Dead 1. I
thought another bad remake was when they did Evil Dead with the teenagers.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciated that they didn't just try to do a campy remake just like the original, and they took it in a more serious direction, but it just didn't feel like it had a reason to exist. Like we already have a ton of horror films that are serious about a possession in a cabin in the woods somewhere. We didn't need another one. Like the thing that made Evil Dead special was that you were laughing and getting the gore. And
Cabin in the Woods, great movie.
Yes, that was a fan. That twist fucked me up when it
that's
what was going on there. It was such a genre
awesome.
shift. You did not see it. Yeah, that was a really good.
Gotcha.
I just watched a movie with Vivarium with Jesse Eisenberg and Imogen Poots.
No, I don't know what that is.
It's a twisty movie about a couple that move into this neighborhood that ends up actually I can't even say anything more than that. They get stuck in a neighborhood and they can't leave. It's like a parallel universe that they get trapped in where they're being observed by these creatures.
Have you ever heard of a movie called Edison?
Edison? No.
Let me say this. Would you believe there's a movie that actually exists in this world with Kevin Spacey, Morgan Freeman, Justin Timberlake, Dylan McDermott that you don't know about?
And it's terrible.
Is that really it's terrible?
Yeah. It was originally released as Edison Force. It's literally the only
LL Cool J.
The only free Kevin Spacey movie on YouTube, which is why I watched it. And it's unbelievable how bad, like they've got Kevin Spacey and Morgan Freeman interacting with each other in multiple scenes, and it's borderline unwatchable somehow.
What is it about?
Nothing. I was okay. They have a force on the police, a task force on the police called the Frat. And mind you, I've never seen this, but I saw his review, which was so intellectually giving to let me know how bad it was. There's a police force called the Frat. That's short for fraternal, the Fraternal Order of Police. They're this group that can't be touched, and that's really a great premise. But the film discusses none of that and goes into none of that. You have bad acting, bad voiceover, bad dubbing, horrible editing, bad what's the guy that got blew? A person got blew up by a cinder block. Have you ever seen that before?
I have not.
An explosion from cinder block. The physics of life are changing. The multiverse of madness is happening. It's horrible.
What's your time looking like, Davey? We've been on for about an hour and 15 minutes. I don't want to keep you longer than you expected to be here.
It's 11:48. I say we take this thing to 12, brother.
I have nothing to do.
All right, we're here. All right, shot.
Oh, I'll have another sip. Yeah.
I still got some left.
Let me see how much you got left.
Oh no,
look, just a smidge.
I will finish.
Just a smidge. Can I give you a smidge?
I will finish. Why are you trying to build Cosby?
Because I'm the one driving you fucking home.
I will finish.
I'm driving you home.
I will finish this.
I just want to give you a smidge. Thank you.
I'm telling you, I will take.
I'm listening to you, and I'm asking you to give.
Listen to me because you won't let me finish. I will take this shot, and then I will sip a smidge.
Go for it. Okay, let's take the shot.
Thank you.
All right, here's to that old school racism, and you can tell them what I mean by that.
Old school? Are we cheering old school racism?
Yes, we are. How shit's going? How shit's going nowadays? He's going to explain to you what I mean. Just drink.
I'm not.
No, tell him what I mean by that. Tell him what I mean.
Yay, racist.
Okay, I'll say it. This is what I mean by it. Okay. There was a time when, I'm not talking about the 1600s, the 1900s. I'm talking about between 1989 to 2002.
The long duck dong era.
Okay, that's racist. I'm talking about from 1989.
Oh, dude, I work with that actor. Anyway, go on.
You think I'm making that up? That's from Sweet 16.
I'm glad you just stopped me because I was going to say, well, I got a name.
Sweet 16. Oh my God, he's so drunk. It's so embarrassing.
I know.
He is embarrassing. But
16.
What I mean by old school racism is, of course, I would never joke that racism is funny because I hate racists and thieves. Racist first and thieves. But and we got a story about thieves after this. But with that being said, what old school racism is between 1980, I want to say 9 and 2002. There was a period to where the most racist person I encountered, and I'm from the South, the most racist person I would encounter, they just didn't like you because you were black, and that was just it. It wasn't like anything harmful. Like I don't hang out with those people.
It wasn't anything harmful.
Well, no, I mean, I know, I'm saying compared to now. What I'm saying is that I can deal with that. That was okay with me. It's like, okay, we just kind of agree to disagree. You don't really fuck with us, but you're not trying to kill us. You know what I'm saying? And the people I like, so now the racism that exists now is beyond imagination. So that's why I was like, damn, man, I really miss old school racism. Like it was racy. That's where the word came from. Man, that's a really racy subject. I miss racy. I hate racism. I miss racy.
This is something. No, shit's scary now, man. It's
very fucking scary. It's very fucking scary.
You guys live in a scary state.
A dumb, scary state, bro. When people talk about Florida, I'm like, nah, man, they bullshit, but I live here, so I know they're not. Why the fuck do you think they don't call it Virginia man, California man? It's Florida man.
Hey, some of those stories are aspirational.
And some of those stories are ass.
Yeah, I think your governor's going to be president.
Man, yeah, when COVID was, that's why he said when COVID was happening, not here, the beach was open. The beach was open when COVID first broke.
That brings us back to Bill Maher. Bill Maher's rooting for DeSantis.
He's rooting for DeSantis?
I didn't know that.
He says a Republican's going to win. We're not going to escape that because the Democrats have fucked things up so royally, at least according to the public perception, because they do a terrible job at PR in comparison to the Republicans. They can spin some shit.
Can we get a 1099 report?
But he said he wants DeSantis to run and win because he's like, it's either him or Trump. And
he doesn't think he's as crazy as Trump.
Right. He can be right.
I'll say what I always say. If you ask me to choose between cyanide and embalming fluid, why does it fucking matter?
That's gonna ram me up the ass. A politician B.
I'm gonna ask him something that I know is gonna get one of us riled up real quick because you just took that shot. Let me ask you this: where do you land on? And don't say anything because I'm not gonna lead him. I'm not gonna lead the witness. Where do you land on the Kevin Spacey drama?
Like in what way? Like, do you think that he was like railroaded? He wasn't. He should.
We're asking you. Don't say anything. We're asking you. No, for what he's. I didn't. But I know. Him.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Like, do I think that he actually did that? Is that what you mean?
Whatever you want to say, man. From what you've read and what you know.
I'll lead. I love.
Okay, so I know. I have people. I know someone that I know people that have interactions with him, which I will tell the story. But I think he's a creep. Oh no! I think he's a big creep.
Hey man, send me a friend request.
But like in a.
Well, are you on the?
Yes, I am on the Facebook. Right? Mr. Royal is focused. Go to his page. Mr. Royal is focused. I got a new friend.
But not like a bad kind of.
I'll find you. I'm going to send you a friend request. I got it.
He's definitely a bad kind of creepy.
I'm sorry. Can you say why? Let him say why.
I want to be appeased,
but let him say why. Don't throw anybody out there.
Do you think that why you don't believe the allegations against him, or do you think he's such a great actor that doesn't matter?
No, that's definitely not the case. I think I'm under.
That's you, right?
I can't see that, but yeah, probably.
I just sent you. It says Mr. Royal is focused. That's me.
I will.
Confirm.
Yes.
I'll admit that I'm definitely biased in this because Kevin Spacey is like the reason why I took any interest in film in any way. When I saw what he did on American Beauty in general, but his performance was just, and then when I went back and watched all the things he did, just how he approaches the craft was always so it resonated with me. His performance is just so powerful. He is a great actor, even when he's like not trying.
R. Kelly's a great singer.
Okay. But R. Kelly went to court and the evidence was presented and a decision was made. There's only allegations against Kevin Spacey, and because of my bias, I don't want to believe them.
He had more money. That's because he had more money for more lawyers, and it hasn't been to trial. His thing is it hasn't been to trial yet. I can't see an Adam, but they exist. So, okay.
I know this is being recorded, and it's probably but I'm a little drunk. I know people that he's definitely a creep. Now you can set aside being a creep and being a really good actor, which he is.
That's why I said R. Kelly. He's a really great singer. I don't care for the person. I can separate art and humanity. I can separate.
You say creep, but creep like criminally creep?
I don't know anyone that's told me that he's
because the ones
finger their buttholes, but
most of the people that I've heard were over 18, except for the first one.
The one he scooped up in the bed that said it was 14 years old. That's documented.
Okay. All right. But again, Okay. What?
That's why he's not saying it, because he knows these are facts. He's it's not an opinion.
There's never been anything proven with that. And what was a 14-year-old kid doing at a house party?
There you go. Blame the 14-year-old child.
I'm not blaming the kid. I'm talking to his parents.
You ever heard of Neverland? Talk to their parents first.
Well, is that 14? It was that actor, right? Was it Anthony Rapp?
Anthony Rapp, yeah.
Right. Okay. And he said he was in a hotel room, and he
was at a party, like a mansion party or something.
House party?
Kevin Spacey's house, and apparently Kevin Spacey took him up to a room. He lifted him up by his buttocks. There was a grazing. The whole thing lasted 30 seconds. He left voluntarily without. The other one was like a grown, like an 18-year-old man that.
Right, but you don't lift up a 14-year-old boy from.
Hey, Dave, can I say this? Dave, can I say this? Dave,
yes.
I'm gonna say Can I ask Dave a question? Dave, have you ever got caught speeding?
Yes.
Was it your first time?
No.
Enough said.
No,
that's all I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he obviously has done it more than that one time that someone called him out on it.
You've heard stories from people that came into town here, haven't you?
As far as what?
I've talked to somebody where he came into town for a movie here, and he was at a club, and there was like some shit. They were like, I don't really know about, but I will say it checks out. It sounds about.
Put it this way: where there's smoke, there's fire. I'm not saying we shouldn't investigate. What I'm saying is that I don't know him. I don't know any of his friends. We only met him doing the show, and what he's simply saying is he's not calling names. He's not throwing anybody under the bus. He's saying from what he's heard, he's a source. From what he's heard, he thinks he's a creep. He didn't say he knows. He didn't say I can prove it. He said he thinks it. And
I think he's done some sketchy. From what I've heard, he's done some really sketchy things.
And he's not talking about Key and Peele. These aren't sketches.
Let me hit that smidgen, man.
I'll give you the smidgen. That's not going to help you.
Why can't Katherine Heigl get caught?
Okay, I'll switch it up. I'll bounce it out.
Katherine Heigl. Why? How did she get into the conversation?
I was going to say another name.
Because I'm just saying all the good ones go down. And
what are the good ones? All right, let me switch it up.
Katherine Heigl is one of the good ones.
No, that's what I'm saying. I wish she would get caught diddling, so I wouldn't have to.
All right, let me.
She's supposedly a really very mean, so I don't think people. Like
I want to switch this up just a tad bit so we can balance this out. I want you two to help me out. How late am I to the Cate Blanchett party? Because I only knew who she was after Don't Look Up. How late am I?
What do you mean? How late? Like how?
Like I didn't know if I've seen her act before. I didn't know it was her. Is what I mean. I think she's a great actress. I just haven't seen any of. I don't think I've seen any of her work before. Don't Look Up.
Oh yeah, no, she's been around. Yeah, she's a really good actress.
What's something that one of the first things I should know her from?
So I think that she did. I don't know if she might have won the Academy Award. It was a movie called Elizabeth when she played Queen Elizabeth.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
but she's been in a bunch of stuff.
Life Aquatic with Steve.
She's in Thor Ragnarok with Taki Waki.
Life Aquatic.
Can never forget. Was Steve Zissou? Oh yeah, she was in that.
Does that look real?
Yeah, she was in that. Did you see French Dispatch?
I did.
What do you think?
So it's the most Wes Anderson-y movie I've seen.
Yeah,
I was with a friend, and actually, my friend.
That is what I said. I said it's the most it is Wes Anderson at his most unapologetic. Wes Anderson.
Okay.
Or
I think maybe the first skit, not skit, but whatever. The first story was my favorite. My friend walked out of it, so I think it's everyone.
So you and your friends walk out of movies all the time.
Well, my buddy was with me. He goes, "I can't do this anymore," and he left. I went, "All right, I'll walk home."
I think it was.
You said you walk home? That's dedication, brother.
Well, I don't live that far, but yes, I don't live that far. That's the only reason I said, yeah, I'll walk home.
The first time, when I went and saw Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou, it was like 20 people in the theater at AMC when it started. When it was over, there were 4 people. It was me, another guy, and our girlfriends were sleeping. When we walked out of that theater, me and that guy had a connection that I've never felt with anybody else in my life.
He did tell me that.
No words were spoken. We just looked at each other like, yeah, you get it, man.
He begins to tell me this story. He's like, me and this other guy, we had our girlfriends in the movie, and it was getting late and it's dark. And I'm thinking he's finna say something like, we got blowjobs in the movie. Oh no, they fell asleep and me and him made eye contact. Like, we know why we're here. I'm like, all right.
I really, Life Aquatic will always be my favorite Wes Anderson movie, but I think French Dispatch took second place from Royal Tenenbaums.
You got to get Spacey on your show.
I would love that.
Do it. He wants to clear his name. Do it.
Well, we've already had Nicolas Cage's doppelganger on the show. Why not get Nicolas Cage's doppelganger?
The new segment that we're doing is called Devil's Advocate, where we take canceled celebrities or movies that are just hated by majority of people, and we speak in defense of them. And the first Devil's Advocate we're doing is on Kevin Spacey. I'm defending him. He's prosecution. I'll be tagging Kevin.
Oh, and trust me, we've already filmed it, and it's going down. And when is that coming out?
Yeah, we'll be canceled on July 26th, shortly before this goes live.
Okay, good.
Well, I mean, you'll probably hit the wave when we blow up from the exposure right before we get canceled.
Can I ask you a serious question?
Yeah. No, ask an unserious question.
I already had a serious one loaded. All right, so it's an unserious question.
Okay, fine. That's fine. Go ahead.
Okay, and I want to ask this. Okay, everybody wants to make it. When you say you want to do film, or no matter what you want to do, actor, writer, director, it doesn't matter. Was there, at what point in your career, because I believe it has happened, and if I'm wrong, you can tell me I'm wrong. At what point in your career did you get a gig to where you said, this is fucking it. I know from here on it's only up, but you were wrong?
Okay, I know right away. So this is before your time, kind of. So it was the Bob Newhart show. You guys know who Bob Newhart is?
Yes.
So Newhart, and it was a recurring role on his, and it was the 7th and 8th season. I thought, oh, this is it. I'm working with Bob Newhart. I'm on this hit show. I got this thing, and then just nothing.
You got canceled or what?
Well, it definitely got canceled, but I just didn't get any work after that. But that was and I think I was 25 when I did it. It was the greatest working experience of my life. It was so awesome to learn from a legend like that. And it was like Peter Scolari was on that show. It was like a bunch of people on that show. It was just great.
To me, I'll tell you
that show gave you a recording of your parents laughing at you.
Yes, so we have talked about this. Okay, yeah.
Great callback. No, we listen. We do our research. But I will say this. I will say this because I've experienced that before, and I don't need to go into my story. I'll just say this. The one thing that me and you share is that, and I think a lot of actors or extras or people who've in the industry or writers that share this, is like, you've worked so hard and you're ready to tell people, this are the fruits of my labor, and from here, it's only up. But to me, sometimes that disappointment or that letdown is what determines, do you get back on that bike or not? Could you speak to that?
You know what? Being an actor is really hard. It's really, really hard. And I think that I love doing it. And and I saw, my dad still doing it, and my mom did it, and my grandparents. And I think that gave me the motivation. But like even now, I'm doing a bunch of voiceover, and I've never done that before. So it's like a whole new career for me. So it's like I'm in that DC Super Pets movie coming out, and I've been working. I did a few episodes of this new Dan Harmon show called Crapopolis, and that's really cool, and that's really fun. And it's now thank you. And now I have this whole new thing, and it's kind of wild, and it's great. And by the way, the voiceover community is a very tough thing to crack. It's like a real tough thing to crack. And I lucky enough where met a couple of people, I got to do it. But man, it's so much fun. Like, you can go in there and you don't have to worry about how you look. You don't have to worry about memorizing lines because it's right there in front of you, and you got the microphone there. It's just awesome.
I'll tell you this, Dave, because I'm speaking from experience here. Like, I've been toying around with the idea for voiceover for a while, even to the point where I think a year or two ago I had him come help me record a voiceover reel. And I'll say this, and you know I'm speaking the truth here. You got voices.com, Voices123, Upwork, Fiverr, all these things where you can get this work from. And you may have a couple of other sources. Don't name them because I'll be speaking back to you about that offline. But there's a couple of other sources you can do. And my thing is that people will tell you this is like, it's just like being an actor. You can look good on film, but if you don't know how to act, it doesn't matter. And you can have a good voice, but if you don't know how to voice, having a good voice and voice acting is two totally different things. And I had to learn that because people always told me, oh, you got a great voice, you should be on radio. I'm like, bitch, I've been working on this shit for years. But like, then when you really get into it, it's like, oh, the market is saturated. Yeah, it is, unless you have, it's just like with acting. What do they tell you? Bro, you can be the greatest actor in the world. They were looking for this. So it's always be yourself and stay consistent, and someone will need that voice. Am I wrong?
No, you are not wrong. And also not because you just said it, not to be a cliche, but you do have a great voice.
Thank you, brother.
So I would hope that you would do pretty well in this.
I hope we can get a Pixar film one day together. We can tell stories about. We will do it.
Yeah, make thousands of dollars.
You're out here, Durden. Durden, you're out of here.
I can't stand the sound of my own voice.
Durden, you have a terrible voice.
He does.
I know. It sounds so pretentious. Like I'm always so proud of something that I'm saying. I'm not.
But I tell him this all the time. You have a horrible voice because you have great fingers. You're a hell of an editor. Be a great editor. Let me have a voice in the looks.
Fingers, but not as good as Natalie Portman.
I knew you were going to fucking say that.
This is actually a good segue. This is a serious question that I wrote. You've been around acting your entire life, and you've been an actor yourself for over 35 years. What do you enjoy most about it?
What do I enjoy most about acting?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, listen, I think I've discussed this on your show before, but I just love, I still get excited about, going to work, going to a set, the makeup, the costumes, all that stuff. I love it. I'm like a kid. I just feel very lucky to be able to do it.
What's the most, like, if you're thinking of all the sets you've been on, is there a particular one that was like stands out as the most fun to you? Or
I don't know. Like I mentioned Newhart, that was awesome just because of the people there. And also that's done in front of an audience. That's cool. But like Independence Day, where I'm there at the White House and it looks like I'm in the White House. That was super cool. But I find at any time I work, I just think it's, Always Sunny in Philadelphia, just being on that set. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Can you speak to this? Because I don't know if I asked you this the first time or the second time or the third time you've been on our show, but I want to ask it to you now. You can speak to people about this because I think it'll help someone. Can you speak to, I've gotten this role that I know it's not going to hit cutting floor. I know it's going to be in the film. And now it's like I can invite my friends and family out there. But even when you invite them out there, it's only for a few moments. And they don't understand that I've had to work this hard just to not get cut and get these few moments. Explain how it is to try to bring someone out to show them something like, oh, yeah, you were in there for 1 or 2 seconds. It's like, yeah, but you don't understand how hard it was just to get that.
To be honest with you, I'm the worst self-promoter. And I don't like, I do this if I'm on TV. I don't tell anybody. Mm-hmm. I feel very uncomfortable. I don't want to watch myself because I just look at oh my God, there's a monster on TV. How did they cast this person? Right. I think I just, because my parents were always very humble and stuff like that. And was just like, my friends like, why don't you ever tell us that you're on this thing? I'm just so grateful to work. Listen, if I was in like, I don't know, the Irishman 2, and I'm working with Al Pacino. Yeah, sure, I would tell people. But, I'm just happy to be working, and I want to act like I've been there before. And I'm not going to hashtag, set life and blessed. I'm just not.
Thank God. Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Yeah, and it drives me crazy. I'm just happy to be working, and I'm hoping that it can continue.
I think one of the beautiful things about what he just said, David, was this is Durden, because I got to differentiate. One of the beautiful things about what he just said, and that's one of the reasons why me and him are friends, is because I think before pandemic, during pandemic, and after pandemic, you would have never said, I'm doing this. It's just always been who you've been.
Right.
I like that.
Yeah, I'm pretty bad at that.
You sure you're not a Virgo?
No, I'm a stupid Scorpio.
Let me ask you this.
I'm a Scorpio, girls go, ooh.
I'm looking at your background right now. Me and him had a conversation the other day, inside conversation. We were like, you know what's fucked up now? Like all these fucking A-list actors are doing podcasts and YouTube now, and they got all the shelves in the background. Like, bitch, that's our world. We haven't made it yet. We're trying to get there. We should be there. We're putting in the work like we should be there. But don't come into our world, bitch. You don't belong here. No, you met the agents. You rubbed the elbows. You did the coke. No, this is our fucking world.
Yeah,
Am I wrong?
Get out here, Melissa Joan Hart, Josh Gad.
John Krasinski.
John Krasinski left on his own. You clown
John Krasinski. You clowned him. Huh? You clowned John Krasinski from The Office.
Yeah, because during that time he was still in the thick of some good news.
A lot of good news. You're Mr. Fantastic, Doctor Strange 2.
Oh, some good news was. And
I think they green screened that shit. Whatever. They might as well have brought me in. Whatever. Well, actually, they shouldn't have brought me in. They couldn't afford me. But let me ask you this. I'll say this. Okay. What one movie do you think was so awesome, but you hated the ending and you would have changed it?
Oh God!
Don't say No Country for Old Men.
Well, sorry, what?
Under my breath, I said, "Don't say No Country for Old Men."
I think I'm too intoxicated to think of this to answer this question.
One of the coolest endings that I really appreciated was The Mist.
Oh,
I didn't see that actually.
Heartbreaking.
That's an example of a great ending.
I love movies that take unhappy ending to like as to the either unhappy or my second favorite ending to a film is Rules of Attraction.
I forgot what happens at the end of that. But
all of this crazy shit happens, interweaving stories throughout a whole movie. It's setting all of these like pins up to fall down. And at the climax of it, right when you think you're about to get the answers, it's just a shot of James Van Der Beek driving on his motorcycle down a dark road. And it's a voiceover. And he says something to the extent of, and at the end of everything, all I could think was, and then it just went to black and the credits rolled. I was like, yes. Oh, really? It's one of those endings where once you know it's coming, it's so fun to put on for other people and watch them get so engaged in everything that's happening, knowing that they're just going to get slapped in the face at the end.
Okay, Dave 1 and Dave 2, I have a question for you first, Dave 1.
Yeah.
You think about this while I'm asking him. What's the one actor or actress that has done such an amazing job but never got their flowers?
Oh, shit.
Take your time. There's no rush on this. He's going to edit it.
Can the other David answer first?
Go for it.
Well, I'd say Kevin Spacey because he's had his flowers taken away.
You love him.
I do. I love him. Why couldn't
what are you talking about? He's a big star.
You know, you should be so lucky to get lifted up by your buttocks.
I mean,
I can't even hear what he's saying, but no more fucking liquor for you.
Wait, but he's gotten his due. He was a big star.
Yeah, I know, but they've taken him away. So I'm saying, that's.
I say I've never gotten them. So you didn't answer the question.
Yeah,
never gotten
famous.
You're right. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Mr. Pressman. Thank you.
I don't know who's never. I don't know. I mean, there's so many good actors out there that just.
I'll name somebody. And I'll start it off. And I say I'll name them. I'm so sorry, and I rest in peace. I apologize. It's not because I'm drunk. It's because I don't know his first and last name, and he deserves it. And I'll look it up now. It's the guy that plays Omar on The Wire. That got the black guy that killed himself. That has the scar on his face. He's such an amazing actor.
Isn't it Michael? I shouldn't.
You know who I'm talking about.
While you're looking that up, I'll
Thank
say Glenn Howerton. Dennis, Always Sunny, should be a leading man in comedies by now, especially after you see Coffee Town, and he carried that movie so well. It's like.
Apparently, it was between him and Chris Pratt for the Guardians of the Galaxy thing. At least that's the story.
Oh man, that would have been such a. I like Chris Pratt. I mean, I think he's so good in parts.
Michael K. Williams.
Yeah, he's great.
Michael K. Williams.
He's good too.
Yeah, and it sucks because I think he fell victim to the Philip Seymour Hoffman thing, the heroin. And we talk about that on this show because I don't take drug use lightly. Like if anybody's having a problem, please get help. And I think it's super tragic when, and don't get me wrong, a loss of a life is always tragic. But when it's actors, musicians, and any type of artists, I think it's more of a loss because these are the people who display their pain through their art. And it helps other people grow, help other people learn. And so when an artist or painter and songwriter or a musician, someone loses their life too soon, I think, what is the 25 Club or the 27 Club? Kurt Cobain, Amy Winehouse, Jimi Hendrix. What is it?
Jim Morrison.
Was it 27 Club? Like, to me, that's a club while I would love to be a part of, I don't want to be a part of because I just really, but here's the thing. They always say we lost these people too soon because they did drugs. The problem is they never say, why were these people doing drugs? And I'm not an advocate for drugs, but here's the thing. Everyone, the common denominator about people who use drugs is that, at least from the media, is that they used it to get away. What's so wrong with I'm getting away from the bullshit.
That's
all I'm saying.
I always said they keep trying to treat depression like it's an irrational response to the reality.
But did they ever ask where depression comes from?
That's what I'm saying. You're trying to treat something that's a rational response to the reality that you exist in.
Every action deserves a.
It's like you're kind of crazy if you're happy in this. Completely happy.
That's not the liquor talking. That's actually good sense right there. What do you think, Dave?
I enjoy drugs, so I don't know what you guys are talking about.
I do too.
What is your drug of choice?
No. Who is his doctor? That's how you got DOC, acronym for drug of choice. Who's your doctor?
I haven't done it in a while because I'm a little older, but I used to do ecstasy at the drop of a hat.
Oh. You know what? I think the first time we talked to you, we were on ecstasy.
Yeah, I think we talked about. Oh, you were on ecstasy.
Yeah. We would.
It depends on what season you're talking about.
We would drop a little bit before interviews because it gets us in the right headspace.
And then we did Dr. Strange 1. He was like, "Man, we can't do that anymore."
Yeah.
Wait, is that true? You really do that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yes. But safely at home. We weren't drinking, driving, and doing it. Like, come on, man. Don't do drugs, do them at home, man.
Yeah. I don't know if I could take that and then do an interview. That's crazy.
We're professionals, man.
There was one time where I thought it might be too much because we did. I had taken a little bit, and then we had something lined up with David Wayne, and
we sung that song. Is that the episode where we sung the song?
Yeah. And there was like moments within that I was thinking like I think I might have a heart attack.
Really?
I don't know if I can come back.
He scares me when he gets too high because it's like, bro, you scare me when you do that.
Did you start rubbing yourself, or what was happening?
Oh no! What's worse than that? You know what I'm going to say. There's one episode, if you can never find it, we'll both give you $100. Where I don't know what we were on, but we both scratched ourselves at the same time. We were like, hey man, so yeah, we're like, The fuck is that?
Yeah,
Yes.
we were on the same ride.
But I'll say this, all jokes aside, is that literally that substance abuse is a problem. And I tell people this, no matter what you do, I will never judge anyone. I don't have a law degree. I will say I didn't pass the bar. But whatever you do, everything in moderation, man. Nothing should be done all the time. Not sex, not Christianity, not fucking devil worship, not weed, not alcohol, not heroin. Like none of that shit should ever be done all the fucking time.
Weed should be done as much as possible.
Well, it's a plant from the earth.
Well, you
God said be fruitful.
Like as if it was a drug. Like, oh,
well, no, weed's not a drug.
Well, okay, I'm just clarifying because you said that.
Weed is not a drug.
Okay, I'm just saying because
I want to say it again for the kids out there.
Okay.
Weed is not a drug.
Yeah. Weed is I like the weed isn't a drug to me. Weed is just
if people say this is how you come down, it's not a drug.
Weed is just like weed is my base.
That's a good base. It's like pizza without the toppings.
When I have fun, it's like ecstasy or God. The one drug that I'll never go back to is like the uppers, like Adderall.
I'm gonna stop you right there so you don't say it. And with that being said, I want to ask you a real question, David.
Wait, hold on. Let me answer because you're talking about the actors that I didn't think make it. There's an actor named Tim Blake Nelson.
Oh yeah.
Who is in Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? And he's in The Ballad of Buster Scruggs and a bunch of other stuff. And he's fucking great.
Yes.
He's not really a big star, and he should be.
But I'll say this: he maybe he is a big star. We just can't see him. You don't get to see all the stars constellations. Depends on where the Earth's rotating.
All right.
But I'll ask you this.
We're getting to that time.
Okay, but no, we're almost there. Hold on. What time is it?
Starting to wax.
It's 12:16. Okay, let's end this within 5 to 10 minutes. But I do want to say that I want to ask you this, Dave. Let me ask you this: has there ever been a time where you felt like giving up and you didn't? And what was the motivation to keep you going in your career?
Oh yeah, man. I mean, I think I used to think about that a lot. I think it was just the support I had from my dad, especially. I saw how much he consistently works, and he was just so supportive. I had really supportive parents, and I have really supportive friends, and that actually what keeps me going. But my dad's fucking awesome.
What about you,
Roy? For me, it's I'll be honest with you. I wish it's the same as what he said, but it's a difference. It's a difference. It's my family and friends, but it's the fear of letting them down, because while it's arrogant as fuck of me to feel this way, I feel as if I don't reach my full potential, I can't help my friends and my surrounding circle, which is very small, get to that next level where they never have to depend on anybody. So I feel like if I fail, I'm okay with me failing. I'm not okay with my circle failing. And so I feel that I don't want to be a leader. I just want to be that breaker that, hey, no matter how bad the storm is, the levee won't let you pass this.
Yeah.
I want to always hold you up. And I'm not being funny. And he knows I'm being serious with this, because again, to me, I don't need to be rich. I don't need to be famous. I don't need to be in those things. If all my bills were paid and my family and friends were taken care of, I can give a fuck if I was making 10,000 or $1 million. It's because the moment you make $1 million, once you get what you don't need, you lose what you do need. And quote me on that. Listen, don't let anybody else say that, because that's for me. Once you get what you do need, because to me, that money doesn't do it for me. Having this friendship with him, like, I don't think it's coincident one of my best friends as an editor, and I don't think it's coincidence one of his best friends is an actor, and that he's an atheist, but I believe in religion, a certain type of religion, but I don't judge him for being an atheist. I don't look at you and say, here's this white guy that was in all these movies and we're just interviewing. No, I'm talking to him, not you. Not you.
Only God can judge me.
Well, depending on your version of God. But I don't look at him and say, hey, here's this guy that I don't know that was in these movies. He's going to help our show. I told him, I don't want to interview anybody that doesn't fit with I don't care I don't want you to be a Republican or a Democrat. I just want you to be liberal. And what I mean by that is, no matter what the subject is, you should never vote the same on every subject. When it comes to abortion, I feel a certain way. When it comes to racism, I only feel one way. When it comes to fiscal shit, financial shit, Wall Street, I feel a different way. But everybody who loves Wall Street, 90% of the people who love Wall Street don't understand the original Wall Street started in Tulsa, Oklahoma in 1921. So for all the people to say, oh, I believe in voting. Yeah, I believe in the idea of voting. But guess what happened? When a bunch of minorities came to this country who were stolen, decided that they weren't going to revolt, they weren't going to protest, they decided, I'm going to play by the rules that this country has said I should play by, and we're going to prosper. Guess what happened? They flew planes over this city, and they bombed them to say, you did it the best way we never thought you can do after slavery and all this other shit. You guys, and I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to speak to their terms. The dollar in America right now circulates maybe 1 or 2 or 3 times max, even with Bitcoin. In Tulsa, Oklahoma, the dollar circulated 32 times. that's never been seen before or after. So
you know
what
what's
I'm
sad? And I only know that story because of fucking watching Watchmen.
Yeah, the first fucking episode. Fuck yeah. You come on any fucking time. Hey, you're certified. I'm sending you your card.
Thank you.
Fuck yeah, HBO Max did something nobody's ever fucking done.
You are a slick motherfucker, man, because the question was, how have you never given up? And 7 minutes later, you went on some diatribe, and I'm trying so hard to
I didn't know he knew that. You are a fucking official, brother. Listen, me and you can have a beer anytime because listen, I don't need him to say, oh, I'm with the Black Power. No, fuck that. He saw what most people didn't see. HBO took a fucking chance and showed the story that has been suppressed they've killed motherfuckers trying to make a documentary on what happened in Tulsa. HBO slickly told that story through Watchmen, and it's in the first 1 and 2 episodes. And you know what fuck that. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about because that's very fucking serious. Bro, David Pressman, sir. Yeah. I salute you, sir. But no, you say why. Let him tell why, please. Let him tell why.
What do you mean? Why? I mean, I didn't know that.
Tell me what you saw in the Watchmen with Tulsa, Oklahoma in the first one.
I saw a bunch of white people killing black people in Tulsa, Oklahoma. That I never knew that incident. I forgot what is it? It's called something.
It's a massacre. It's
the Tulsa massacre.
Wall Street. It's the first Black Wall Street.
And I was just like, oh fuck. And you know what you think about it? It's a long time ago, but not that long ago.
1921, brother. Your grandfather and mine.
Yeah, it's still, though, not that crazy. I mean, like, it's just wild that...
So when people ask me, David,
what?
Mr. Pressman, when people say, Taurean, why don't you vote? I tell them, I voted one time in my life, and when I tell them who it was for, they're like, oh, it was for Obama. I was like, yeah. And they were like, well, that's stereotypical. That's typical. I said, no. You have to understand, I don't believe in voting. I believe in the idea and the definition of voting, where if a majority of people believe in something, that's what should happen. Yes, I believe in the idea of the problem is the EC, the Electoral College. What they're saying is if 90% of the world believes something, the representatives in the 10% of the world that are higher, if they say no, fuck what y'all think. So they built in a fail-safe.
It's maddening. It's
and
maddening.
That's the fucking problem, Mr. Durden. What do you say?
I agree with that.
I know you do.
I mean, I'll still vote because I don't want to get shamed.
But I don't. I voted one time, and I probably will never vote again. I want to vote, but I can't.
What makes me
cyanide
is being
versus embalming fluid
is being told by Trump supporters that I'm voting for Hillary, and
man, it doesn't matter Trump, Biden, or Obama. Did you not give me a DVD when
I vote for Gary Johnson
when we were 23 years old, and we're 38 now. We're 38 now. When we were 23 years old, did you not give me a DVD entitled "The Obama Exception"?
Oh, now that didn't age so well. Alex Jones, he's
Infowars.
Yeah.
Infowars.
No. Let's not bring up Alex Jones.
Yeah, I mean, please. I don't know your opinion on it. Please.
No.
Alex Jones?
Yeah.
He's a psychopath. I personally hate Alex Jones. I mean, he's the guy that said Sandy Hook didn't happen.
Listen, David, I know
I mean, there's more to the story than that. That's what the news says. I mean, did he say
Sandy Hook didn't happen?
He says a lot of things.
Sandy Hook did happen. Then he didn't ask why Sandy Hook happened.
On the air for 4 hours a day.
Wait. Sandy Hook definitely happened.
Yes, correct. I'm saying yes, correct.
Sandy Hook happened.
He said it didn't, right?
He was reporting what somebody else said.
Okay,
and that's dangerous.
We can't end this.
What's the first rule of journalism? Even I know this, and I only went to college for one semester. You need two sources.
No, Alex Jones put it best on Joe Rogan. He's sitting there, they're having this casual conversation, and Alex Jones goes off on some tangent. He's like, "Don't listen to me, Joe. I swear, I think I might be retarded."
All right.
Okay.
We will wrap it up with this. I want to say this. David Pressman, I'll tell you this. When we started this show, we literally know what we wanted to go with it. But I'll say this: out of all the guests we have, I don't even put you as a guest anymore. You are a friend of this show, and I want to say this, sir. Like, you are the epitome of what we talked about. People are, oh, you only get B-list and C-list and D-list actors or something. Like, well, technically that's what we are, because not that we don't have the talent. Nobody knows who we are. And it's not because of our work ethic. It's because all these fuckers that are supposed to be in this high position are there for a reason. I'm not willing to give up so much. I still have a daughter to raise, so does he. I still have friends. My morality is not bent by my ego to say I'm going to be an actor no matter what. I'd rather be a good human being. And so I will tell you this, person to person, I appreciate you being who you are, because let's be honest, 95% of the world does not know who David Pressman is. It doesn't mean you're not a good fucking person and you're not still. So when you die, at least you can say, I fucking tried, man. I didn't sell out. I didn't bend over. I didn't open my mouth. I put my feet down and I tried my best. So I want to thank you for being who you are, sir. It's genuinely, all drinks aside, thank you for being who you are. And I really hope that you reach where you need to get at, sir.
Thank you. Now I'm depressed, but thank you.
Well, it's not your fault. I mean, you didn't scoop up the 14-year-old.
No, you guys are awesome. I hope that at some day we'll be in the same state together and we can go and drink in person.
We will. Well, me and you finna do a Pixar film in like 1 or 2 years. We're gonna guilt trip these fuckers. I got you and me.
But until then, before we go, let me ask you: was this enjoyable and entertaining enough for you to do again?
Absolutely not.
He's talking to you though. He's not talking to me.
No, of course. I'll do it whenever you guys want to do it. I'll do it. I'm down.
Let's keep doing it. I'll say this. If you ever want to listen to this, here's what we're going to start doing. We've interviewed so many people that once a month, what we will start doing, he didn't know this, we're going to do an open chat room on YouTube Live to where we invite every guest we've ever had, and whoever comes in just comes in. You never know who. So you may meet somebody that you want to talk to or vice versa. And then we'll just go, it'll be something we'll record on YouTube and just put out there. So once a month.
Well, the girl, and this is ridiculous because I forgot her name. The girl from the Tarantino movie that you interviewed.
Kay Witt.
Huh?
You got it. You finally got it right.
So Laura, I've known Laura, for a long time. When I used to go to the movie theater at Universal Studios, Universal City, she was the usher.
Really?
Oh, wow.
I've known her. Came a long way because now she's talking about black slaves.
Okay. She's the one guest that we've had that we had to cut something to save.
Oh, what did she say? Did she say something horrible?
Well,
what'd she say? Niggas or slave ass? Which one did she say?
No, did she?
Yes, she did.
No, now
he asked like she did say it.
She recanted a story that happened on the set of Django, and
she was a part of.
It's like there's Jamie Foxx and the girls on the set had this little singing thing.
She said Jamie and the Slavettes.
They called themselves.
And she said we were saying Jamie and the Slavettes. Did she not say that?
They dubbed themselves that. She was.
Okay, I brought up a terrible name. I you know what? I hate her. I never liked her. She was the worst usher.
She's okay. I don't think she's racist. She just got caught up in the moment.
I mean, her and Escalante are best friends.
And your brother, yeah, we're fine.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, she said that. She didn't say the N-word, did she?
No.
Oh, no, she didn't say that. No, she's cool. No, she just got caught up in something.
The only reason why I took that part out of our interview is because I knew that the internet could so easily take it out of context and make it and demonize it.
But Mr. Pressman, I want to say thank you, sir. Like seriously, like you out of all our guests, seriously, all jokes aside, you've gotten an interview with us and we've got an interview with you that I don't think people normally get. This is truly who we are. We kind of dressed up just a smidge for the show, but thank you for this. We want to keep doing it. And before I leave you, can you please tell me who, to your back left, who is that on the third shelf right there? It's wife, daughter, friend, cousin. Who is that back there? If you want to speak
woman here?
Yes, we'll speak to who that is.
That's my mother.
Okay, can you speak to her and give her a message?
Well, she passed away 15 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And she's responsible for me loving acting, loving to play poker, loving the Los Angeles Dodgers, and I miss her all the time. Other
than the Dodgers, me and you are brothers, brother. Everything else. Hey, listen,
right.
So please, let's do this again next month. Seriously, like we want to keep this going.
The month after.
Yeah, man, I'm down.
Well, me and you will do this next month. Me, you, and him month after next. I mean,
I've already got the schedule.
Well, that's y'all's schedule. Me and him may have I just sent him a Facebook request.
Okay, you guys do your thing.
We're gonna be close buddies now.
Okay. Thank you. He's never said that to you, Mr. Pressman. Thank you so much. Go have fun. It's LA time. We got to kind of get to bed, but go home, live your life, brother. Thank you so much. Let's do this again, sir.
Good seeing you guys. Have a good night.
See you on the other side.
You know it, brother.
Later.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm gonna go throw up.
You're not throwing up.
I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down.
Hey guys, hey gals, did you like that?
Mm-hmm.
I know I did. And here's something YouTube thinks you'll like. They've actually recommended. What do you recommend?
I recommend that if you have not subscribed to our channel, that you please click right down there and make sure you correct that wrong this very instant.
Let me ask a question. Where can they find us?
All those places over there, we're everywhere. Everywhere.
We thought we could do a cooler outro. We're just going to walk away now.